Yep.
Yes.
I made sure to be as dehydrated as possible before
Oh, we're a
starting
bit.
the stream.
We are a bit quiet, by the way.
Okay.
Hi.
I
Fix that.
Maybe webcapture was right.
webcaster was right.
Right. Okay. So
There we go. There we go. Hina says, "There we go."
Okay.
Perfect.
Cool.
So,
That's better.
a couple orders of business before we get into tonight's show. Step one on my little, I got my notes up again, don't worry guys. Step one, you didn't use them last time because it was heavy. It was a social heavy session. So David, Meg, Rowan, you all have a point of inspiration.
Yeah.
Which I believe I awarded because you enacted some form of self-care that day. So you still have that. So make sure that's noted down and don't forget to use it if you want. Next one up. We all would like to throw some support to our friends of the show, The Cognitive Merchant. If you've been here before, you've heard us rant about them. They make wonderful handmade bespoke leather, dice bags, dice trays, LARP gear, all these kinds of wonderful TTRPG and nerd gear out of leather and vegan leather. So go check them out. They make wonderful stuff and wonderful people.
And they have a sale on their Etsy right now, so you can get it for like real cheap, good prices.
Hell yeah! So
go grab yourself a dice bag or some shit.
Yeah, head over to thecognitivemerchant.co.uk for all of their links to their Etsy's, their socials, and everything. Go do that. So Rhythmbot imploded, so Swordco Soundscapes are not on the stream this week. However, they're just great. They just let anyone license and use their music and ambient stuff in their streams. So go check them out. They have a great selection and variety of like background ambience for tabletop RPGs, and they also have playlists inspired by specific Dungeons and Dragons adventures. So if you're playing those campaigns, having specific tailor-made music for those things is really, really cool. Yeah, right. Before we get into where you lovelies are, get back into the game itself, are there any more introductory things from any of you? Yes.
I would like to just do a cute little shout out to Wilbo for the 5 subs that they're gifted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wilbo.
And also
Very
to
lovely.
Kilted Cajun RPG, who is on a 3-month subscription streak.
Thank you, Ted.
Lovely.
What a legend.
Right from the beginning, an OG in the making.
An OG.
Thank you so much.
Also, thank you, Hina, for the 100 bits.
Hina, I
hell yeah.
With that
I
Hina.
love
Fucking great.
I just love Hina so much. Perfect. Well, wonderful. Without further ado. Wait, my note's gone. There we go. Cool. The Soulguard, a group.
Will has gifted another sub.
Ah.
He has claimed the top spot on that leaderboard, and he is clawing.
He is holding it.
There. So, the Soulguard, our wonderful band of adventurers, along the coastal town of Maldrin, were witness to an attack from the neighboring invading nation of Volm. Mages across.
Nation.
I know, right? Mages aboard hovercraft-like ships streaked across the docks and harbour, streaking salty spray up in the air as they began an assault on this town. The raiders were fought back by the Soulguard, but not before a mage among them seemed to wield a boon unlike the rest. When he fell in a last-ditch attempt, he wielded a scroll etched on drow skin, and a detonating black hole-esque spell destroyed a massive portion of the harbour, and the Soulguard were caught in its midst. And unfortunately, before it was concluded, Maple, caught within it, was destroyed. The rogue barbarian friend to many lost and turned to dust, and in her place a terrifying Nightwalker was released on the city. Luckily, with the arrival of Ashura and Hope streaking in on Golden Wing, this danger was dealt with. But some wounds take longer to heal. The Soulguard, not being a people to sit on their hands for anything, have immediately set upon themselves the quest of gathering the required components to resurrect their friend. They need diamonds, and a shitload of diamonds. And luckily this coincides with another of their trials. The looming threat on the horizon, the Lich Queen Kaiser, has an established plot to resurrect one of the gigantic petrified titans that dot the landscape of Evantos. And one of these rituals requires the heart of a Zaratan. a mighty earthen elemental. And so the Soulguard set their sights on finding their way to this elemental plane to gather diamonds to resurrect their friend and to put a stop to Lady Kaiser's plots. In the last sessions, the Soulguard have ventured through the Underdark, finding sentient mushroom colonies and returning to the home of Nute, who left so many years ago. Last time, the Soulguard were shown around Marigold, this Hakuri settlement populated with drow and Durgar, and showing this culture, alien to so many but home to Ashura and Nute. You enjoyed local cuisine and chatted with the local militia of sorts, the Tukurka. You met Serato, the drow scout, who showed you to the city and has promised to help find your next steps. You took a rest, and as you left, you encountered and met and conversed with Nute's fathers. Very happy to see you safe, but understanding that your journey is not yet completed. They wished you well, bequeathed upon to you a necklace not dissimilar to the one that hangs around Ashura's neck. A soul stone that catches the souls of the Hakuri that die, as no place for them awaits in the heavens above. Before you went to the barracks to find your new direction, you stopped into a store of curiosities known as IG's Eclectic Esoterica, and you found a strange, young, not young, very, very old Zvinurflublin, or a deep gnome. This woman with kind of tied up hair and one eye significantly larger than the other, with a strange manner of speaking and an even stranger manner of just constantly staring at people. You inquired as to her business, and it seemed that she is a trader and a merchant of stories and items that have legacy and emotion that has swirled around them across their life, their time on this earth and other earths. Before we continue this conversation, for any new joiners to the stream, let's go through some very brief character introductions. Who are you? What do you look like? Enough to set the scene at a glance across the street. Alex, who do you play?
Yes, I play.
But first, a hydrate from Tal.
All right, let's go.
Oh, Tal!
As always.
I don't know if my captioning. Oh, my captioning works for me, but it's also everything you guys say. So it's everything I say. Everything you guys say is also what I say.
Oh, another hydrate from Wilbo.
All right.
While we're drinking, Alex, who are you playing?
We need to up the price of that.
We do.
We do. I am playing Ashura Takahashi, which is a 10-level bard, 2-level paladin, and is a drow, very lanky, with bold, tons of scars, sunglasses, and very classy jacket, like a dark blue jacket with a golden lining and underneath silver armor. He's got some ogre powers, gauntlets of ogre powers on his hands, and a devil sword on his waist.
Hell yeah. David.
Hello, I play Markos Astreva. He is a human man, about 30 years old. Olive skin, brown hair, almost black. And he is a level 9 ranger, level 3 rogue, and is a member of the Royal Adagani Infantry Gun Scouts. Carries a rifle, sneaky boy, bit of a sniper, pew pew.
The sniper rifle, however, does remain in the workshop in the surface world above.
Yes, he's currently using Maple's bow. Keeping it safe. It's a nice little token of his friend.
Well, speaking of tokens of friends, Megan.
Hi. I am playing Marigold. She is a gnome Circle of the Shepherd druid. And she is 3'1", and has white hair that is consistently braided back at the back of her head. And she has druidic tattoos on her cheeks and forehead. And she pretty consistently is wearing pastels or floral prints or anything like that. And yeah, she is obviously a druid. Oh, and she uses a wand as her spellcasting focus, so she carries around a wand as well. And she's also currently traveling with Willow, who we all know and love. My jackalope friend. My baby.
Rowan.
Hello, I'm Rowan, and I play Hemlock. She is a half-orc, half-elf Circle of Spores druid. So about 6 foot tall, with long black hair in a braid and a crown of woven branches on her head. She walks with a staff carved for her by Nute, and has a little bracket fungus growing out of her right cheekbone that is currently glowing very lightly. And perched somewhere on her shoulder is her familiar, who is a little glass frog named Lily, who has a little mushroom growing out of her back, and may or may not be undead. We don't know yet.
If only you had a paladin.
If only we had a paladin.
Last,
Or,
but never.
Rangers can tell that too, just
Or
saying.
a ranger. If only we had a ranger.
Yeah.
I mean, you could always just ask you. I mean, it takes one to know one, right?
Oh my god.
Can we all do it? Like,
But
what's the
never
thing?
least because of his speedy legs. Jordan.
Hello. So I play Nute, who is my wonderful Duergar monk with Sun Soul. He's about 3'7", quite a bit of a stocky boy. Has long white hair, typically pulled back into a ponytail, and a wiry beard with flecks of grass sewn in between. He's rocking some sick-ass elven tattoos that can blow up nice and hot, and he's just here to punch stuff.
Perfect. This is not what I can do this later. Perfect. With that, I have like 16 tabs open. So, where are we? Where we left off last week. Unfortunately, last week Alex wasn't with us, but we ended the session inside IG's Eclectic Esoterica with this deep gnome with her large eye and her penchant for divination called Eliwishi Cho. She introduced you to a number of items she was currently working on, that she had discovered the stories of and had them written down in beautiful scrolls, which she was willing to trade if you had items of equal interest and legacy. She showed you a broken hilt of a sword. She showed you a battle axe worn and beaten, with runes across its blade wrapping leather around its handle with rose thorns protruding from the leather. And she showed you a pendant of a blazing sun, curling golden points around it and a ruby set in its center. She described, I believe she handed over the pendant of the sun, which you discovered was called the Icon of the Solar Father. And I believe, Marigold, you have pulled that across the desk toward yourself, pushing across your own beaten, well-used medical kit, which you have brought with you on so many adventures before. The rest of you, Hemlock, I believe you pushed across a dragon claw of Ivrenfar. So far, you have pushed across only this icon, this pendant of the sun. Is there anything else you guys would like to do? Inquire about, think of, ask for, or offer?
Did Hemlock not get the broken sword?
I can't remember.
You traded the claw.
The claw, yes.
Yes, I think you did. I think so. Yeah, Hemlock, you have this broken hilt of a sword and a tightly wound scroll kind of tagged to it with a little piece of string.
Okay.
And Marigold, you've taken across this kind of icon of the sun. There is still this axe on the table, and she's like peering at each of you, her large kind of glassy eye unsettlingly peering into you, just...
So, if you've got anything else, more than willing to trade or buy.
If you've got anything of stories, and her eye is like bouncing between each of your faces, but it lingers for seconds and seconds and seconds across Soul Zephyr and Ashura at your hip. You can see the kind of the stone eye that sits in the hilt of your blade, and she is like trying not to just stare at it, but keeps going back to it.
He's gonna show the other side of the waist.
Give her the sword!
Imagine prison, but you have to be stuck with someone who won't shut up saying stories and not fighting with you.
So, these are beautiful.
And she like pulls like the herbalism kit that Marigold put under the dragon claw, which is like the size of her torso, like across the table.
These are great. I'm looking forward to delving into every little bit of you. You still got such beautiful things, though. That bow looks fascinating, and that sword. I mean, I can smell it from here. It's something living.
Alex, I think you might be muted.
No, I haven't spoken yet.
Oh no, you're good. Sorry, I thought you could see you speaking, and
no,
yeah.
It's fine. Well, yes. It is. Let's say it's living in legends. It's a very famous sword, so it kind of living in legends, in people's hearts and stuff.
Maybe I can tempt you. The sword for the axe, but this axe, it's not from Avantos. It's not from here. It's from a different material plane.
Okay.
And she like pushes it across the desk, and like the rose thorns which push out between the leather wrapping, like drag little lines in the wood of the tabletop.
Well, I do like an edgy look, that's for sure.
It would suit your aesthetic to a T, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like the thorns and stuff. I could dig it. Do you mind if I look at it a little bit?
Place the sword on the table, and you may look as much as you wish.
Okay.
Nothing, dear.
Okay, I'll put the sword on the table, keeping one hand on it. Just like putting it.
She lunges onto the table. She's tiny, but she pops onto the table, almost like a small frog leaping with her weirdly long legs. Goes up.
My hand is over the eye, just like keeping the hilt there.
She puts her hands out on the flat of the blade and looks at it really closely. Her eye lights up almost. It could be like the reflection of the light from the blade kind of glinting in her eye. Could be a different kind of glow, and she's kind of just. It's excitedly muttering to herself dipping into full gnomish, but she's speaking so fast and mumbled that Marigold, you can't tell what she's saying either.
Damn.
But she pushes this axe across the table as well.
Cool. Do you mind, Andrew? Can I take out my glasses, or just tap my glasses? I guess they're on my head, on my head, and cast Identify quickly.
Identify takes a minute, I believe.
That's true. I think it takes. I don't know if it takes 10 minutes. If I cast it as a spell,
it takes a minute to cast. It takes another 10 minutes to cast it as a ritual.
Okay, cool. What do you think the glasses do? Does it do
I made the glasses. I just cast it. I wasn't.
I'll take a minute, just like.
Okay. You tap your glasses. You can see almost. I think with you guys and your general very high passive perceptions, you'll notice there is a slightly greenish glow which comes from her large eye as she's inspecting this blade.
Are we both doing the same thing?
And almost exactly a minute later, you both go, huh. You peer into this blade. It doesn't obviously tell you its story or anything, but it seems this blade has. You can activate it as a bonus action, and its blade sets alight in flames, which will deal an additional 1d6 fire damage. On top of that, it has charges, which you can use to either use the Curse of Binding, which you can use a bonus action to force a creature to make a saving throw. If it fails, its speed is reduced to 0, and they cannot use reactions until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
It also has another one called Witch Step. You can use a bonus action to carve a gash in planes, and you can slip through into the ethereal plane until the end of your next turn. If you finish within an object or creature space, you suffer 2d10 force damage and are ejected, but it briefly allows you to step into the ethereal plane.
Wow. Additionally,
it is actually cursed. It seems to have some kind of almost a noise that fills the back of your mind as you peer through its arcane nature. A fluttering of raven feathers seem to just constantly billow almost like a whirlwind around you. and it communicates to you that this thing is cursed, and it will give you disadvantage on perception checks while attuned to this item, which seems to be related to this kind of flurrying of like feathers, almost like leaves in a small leaves in autumn, and they kind of swell up in little spinning vortexes, but feathers.
Not that Ashura has ever rolled a good perception check anyway.
Yeah, it's not like I have a +10 in perception, which I guess makes sense then. If you have a curse that is like disadvantage, I guess like at least it kind of like balances.
Yeah. And lastly, you learn its name is the Bound Blade of Hex Life.
Okay.
That is what you learn. She almost an exact minute later, she kind of reels back from Blood Opal, the blade that hangs at your hip, and she. What's going on?
What's going on?
Looks like videos are frozen on.
Everyone.
Oh, we're back.
Wait, we're back. We're back.
Okay.
Yep.
I was looking at the Discord, so that I had no problem on the. I'll keep looking at the OBS, I guess.
Okay.
Anthony
as
does.
you have-
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
She like steps back as well. Like you obviously still have your hand very firmly on your own sword, but she kind of like leans back a little bit. It's like, she like hops off the bench and like rummages through a drawer. This place is cramped and eclectic, and like just piles of scrolls and parchment and empty ink pots just litter the floor. She like clatters onto the ground, pushing aside glass, and like digs through a drawer and pulls out like a handful of gold that just needs to be sitting on the floor under some parchment. Like scrapes for some coins, and like jumps onto the table, like shoves like a smattering of coins of gold and platinum color across the table. This axe I think will suit. If you enjoy this, I think this is right up your alley. This I think is like brings the coins together. This I think is another 430, something like that. I'll put this on top because your blade fascinates me.
I'm sure it does. It is quite a fascinating blade with poor temperament, if I can say. But
I can tell.
yes,
She doesn't like you at all.
no. And he's gonna put it off the table. But I have questions. Well, I'll think about the trade. That's for sure. Ask me a question. How did you come upon this axe, if I may ask?
I came across this. It was found by one of the Tukuaka was out on patrol, and near lower down, they found just a section of rock that had a handle poking out of it. So they were curious. They sent one of the more arcane inclined members of Mario down. They shaped the stone and it released this, just embedded in the stone. I know where it came from and how it got there, but that, my friend, is part of the price.
Fair enough.
So it's a side thing, but the spell-shaped stone really just messes with the whole Legend of Arthur tale.
You bastard!
Like-
I was gonna say that. I was about to say that. And you just we started speaking at the same time, but I stopped and you carried on.
Sorry, buddy.
If one of you dies, I guarantee the other will become a Kalashtar with the other one in their head.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Also, I really like the thing of like,
Put it in
well,
your
if you're
body.
into that devil's sword, you'll really like this cursed axe.
That's basically what Andrew is doing. Right. So I really like the axe. I'm not gonna lie. This sounds very cool. But unfortunately, I can't really leave or give away this blade. Do you want anything else? I have other things I can give you if you want.
She like slumps back, crosses her arms, and pouts.
It'll have to be good.
Okay. You know what? I'll look into my bag. Give me a few seconds. I have many things. I am quite.
Her eyes are like left to you. Like her small eye is still looking at you with like an unimpressed look. Her large eye is like affixed on the bow on Markos's back.
I am quite the enchanter. I'm not gonna. pretty great. But you know, I'm pretty great. So
I don't care about power or enchantments. I care if it has a story. If it has a history.
Okay.
How many lives has it touched? How far has it gone?
Is it important to you if it has touched one, but in a deep manner, or at least an important one?
That would be pretty deep and unique. Can't just be, oh, my mom gave me this thing and I liked it and now I'm giving it away. That kind of shit won't fly. I'm not interested in this.
What do you think about this? And he's gonna take out his harp. He's gonna flung it open and put the Citron bow on the table. It's not a very powerful enchantment, but it means a lot to me.
Sentimental value and story aren't the same thing, but she leans forward a little bit and examines it and opens it into the bow form and then folds it back into the harp form and it's like.
When I got lost at the surface, someone gave it to me and kind of gave me the time to find myself again. So you know it.
Who gave it to you?
Thinking now, Ashura is gonna think about it and thinking maybe that will add the value to it. An ancient green dragon.
Make a persuasion check.
Pretty sure it will add value. Persuasion 11. That's a nat 1.
We've already had the dragon story, and she gestures at the claw.
Yeah, it's a different dragon. This one was kind of bigger, more powerful. Different. Less. Okay. Well.
At this point, Marigold's gonna pipe up and be like, "You should tell her that the story about the bow that was at that party where that thing happened. You know, where the dragon happened."
Hemlock blushes
But
very hard.
Right. But this is the same. Right. So we were at the party, and thanks to this bow, I managed to fight tons of different enemies, cast many spells that managed to save a lot of us from death's claws, and we were at this party where a spy from another country tried to do some shady business, and we fought the spy and all, and at the end of the party, one of my friends here, Hemlock, decided to check one of her hunches, and it happened to be that the host of this party, a certain person named Lady K,
she wasn't the host of the party.
She was just there.
She was just there. That's even worse.
Someone
that was there.
As Ashura is telling the story about the party, she seems to, in that instant, be disregarding what he's saying is just made up. She hasn't completely stopped listening, but it looks like he maybe needs help if he stands a chance of convincing her. Some other either piece of evidence, or she needs more convincing and has seemingly closed her ears to Ashura's words.
Aww.
It was a nat 1.
Yeah, it was a nat 1. Quick question from the chat, which now kind of links back to what we're doing now. Me forgetting about this party. When was that? When was the party?
So the party was when you came back to the campaign.
It was your first session back.
That was, I remember that, but how long ago was it? Like in OOC?
A while ago.
We were still playing in person.
It would have been about 10 months ago.
Would have been back in February, March time.
Right.
It might have been one when you joined in remotely, but we were all at the table.
Yeah, we started this campaign in summer 2019, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I joined in January 2020, and it was after then. So it was before David joined, after I joined.
Yeah. Okay. Just so I can.
So if we're talking in game as well, the party was at the beginning of Trindir.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
it was post birthday.
Yeah.
So it's been 4 months since then.
Fucking hell! And in a year and a half in real life. Shit,
Yeah.
2 years and a half. Fuck yeah, insane.
So, she
Yeah.
should be like,
He's kind of explaining and seeing he's like getting the story off, or at least the shopkeeper isn't listening. He's just like trying to make it a bit more grandiose, just adding more adjectives and just be like
Adding more adjectives.
big and tall.
You're a very big and tall dragon. Damn it! Why is it always big and tall dragons? For fuck's sake!
Like,
Are you just
Hope
describing Lady
Hope did a
Dimitrescu?
massive poem. Hope did like a massive, like, epic poem about this dragon, and Ashura's just like, Everett father, big and
Tall?
tall.
You're kind of
Right.
big and tall, you know. It's not like
Sure
I'm a
is
great bard.
the tail of the party with the sword, with the bow. Are any of the rest of you doing anything?
I'm keeping an eye on Ellie, is it?
Mhm.
And just sort of like trying. I'm not like hiding the bow from the Soul Zephyr from her. It's not on my back, by the way. It's on my hip,
Yeah.
like on my side here, in like a little bow holster with arrows. I'm not like hiding it from her, but I put my hand on it and turned slightly away, just like, and don't really say anything directly unless she asks.
So yeah, and the big dragon just kind of exploded the archway, and then it was actually an ancient great dragon, but everyone was actually dead at the party already, so it wasn't like that of a big. But actually, it kind of flew over the town, and everybody saw it. It was kind of actually a big deal, and Hemlock felt really bad, and she still feel bad about it. Look, she's really red right now, but it was kind of
Hemlock has
incredible.
blushed dark green and is looking directly at her shoes.
It was
Wait
kind
a
of
sec.
incredible, yeah. So
Wait, hang on. You're talking about Lady Cathelenzara, right?
I am, yes,
Yes.
Lady Cat.
Yes. Do you have that pendant of hers?
I do.
That might be.
Hope does.
Have
I
some
still,
story.
I have one, right?
No, Hope gave
Hope
it to
gave it
Ashura.
back to the
Hope
party.
gave it to Hope gave it to Ashura.
I have it on my
Which
yeah.
one?
I have it in my backpack. It's written down in my equipment. That's why I. But it's yeah. Keep check with me. I
A pendant crafted by, made in the image of, an ancient green dragon who is the empress of a small island or a large island is probably worth some stories.
he's gonna turn around and look at all of four of you while looking at the pendant.
It's actually only three of you. Nute's not there right now. He's with his dads.
Thank you, buddy. I love you. Thank you for being nice to me for being for not being here last week.
You'd know that if you watched the episode.
Before it was long, I was binging Critical Role. I didn't have the time.
Priority.
So and I love you guys. So anyway,
So,
he's turning around, looking at it, at the pendant, and she's not a good person, is she?
No. She's committed mass genocide against my people, Ashura.
Like, no.
Just checking, the genocidal dragon isn't a good person, right? I just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
But when
It has taken a year and a half of gameplay for Ashura to figure this out, guys.
it was hard, okay? He was like, yeah, but you know, maybe there was a
in fairness, she was very nice to him.
and you know, she kind of saved him. For fuck's sake, that was the best thing that ever happened in this campaign. She's mean, right?
Oh
she
my
did,
God.
she did a genocide. Oh yeah, all right.
Ashura, no, she's responsible for the mass genocide of many people. No,
Oh my
she's not
God.
a good person.
if I ever write
No,
like
she's
a
not a person. She's a dragon.
She's a
Ashura, she's the reason I don't have
Not human.
grandparents.
all right. That's that. When
I
you
almost
put
did
it
a
like that,
full
yes.
spit take when you said that.
I love this. He's gonna unclip the pendant. Look at it. I know. I'm sorry. I kind of was in denial, I guess. She kind of helped me a lot. So, but you're right. She is.
Like, puts out a little kind of crooked hand
She's a villain.
She's known on the surface as Cathalanzara, the caustic queen.
Yeah. Also, again, if you say it like
Information
that,
is always good.
yeah.
Hold on a second. She like lays it
Mighty
on.
and terrible foe.
Sure. As you present that, now we're including a conversation from the rest of your party. Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage as they are helping in this.
That's great. Shitty rolls, a 3 and an 8 plus 11. That's 19.
Okay, so still a 19. She like leans down to it, and her eye begins to slightly glow that green again. Who of you all went down into the Gordark with the cognitive merchant?
I think, except, yeah, Megan and I.
Not
Hemlock
me.
and Markos.
Well, I did, but not as
Not
Marigold.
Go
not
ahead and
you.
Make an intelligence check, the two of you, real quick.
Intelligence check.
As she seems to be doing that same identify spell on this item and struggling. In the same way that Ashura, when you've cast identify on this thing before, it seems to be warded from that kind of inspection.
Yes, that's true.
15 total.
Redeem poster, by the way.
Oh,
Powell.
Yeah,
Jesus.
posture check.
That's an 18 from me.
Hemlock,
Yes.
when you were all down in the Gordark seeking out the crystals at the behest of those plain travelling merchants, the cognitive merchant, sponsor, not, but good friends, you encountered a creature.
Oh, the Nothic.
You encountered a creature called a Nothic with a
Oh
single
shit!
green eye that seems
Oh
to
my god!
be
She's a fucking Nothic!
Wait, what?
She's a fucking Nothic!
what?
She's definitely just a deep gnome, but
She's
a
got
slightly
some.
larger eye.
Does she have a Nothic eye in her head?
Fuck!
It's nowhere near as big as like the Nothic eye, which is like its full cranium, but like
Mhm.
her left eye is like twice the size of her other,
Oh my
and it's glowing green as she seems to inspect this.
I'm gonna like
Is she-
pull out my journal and like open up to where I drew the picture of that Nothic.
Is she a half
that we
Nothic?
met. Is she fucking like half Nothic? What the
Half
fuck?
gnome, half gnome, half Gnothic.
Nothic.
David, can you do the thing where you know if there is like a evil thing around? Because I don't know. I could do it, but I don't know.
It takes me a whole minute.
Well,
to
she's spending a minute trying to identify.
I'm gonna like pull out my journal with the drawing of the Nothic that I did while we were down there, and I am gonna like elbow Markos, like while she's looking at this thing, show the drawing, point to her, point to the eye, point back to her, and like
Markos just sort of like looks at the drawing, like
Crazy. What?
hands you back the drawing, and then I'd like to get down, crouch down on the ground. What's the floor like in this shop?
Paper.
Paper.
it's just
Stone
full of
and
paper.
Just like very. Like,
Is it a stone floor beneath the paper?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'd like to look like I'm tying my shoe,
Uh-huh.
or like relacing my boots or something. But as I'm down there, I'd like to just like put one hand flat on the stone of the ground and use my primeval awareness to have a bit of a sniff and see if I can find if there are. Let me see exactly what it says. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fey fiends, or undead.
And how much
Way better than
information
my
do you
thing.
gather by doing that?
I get to know if they're there.
If those creatures of those types, do you know what type
No,
it
it
is,
does not-
what number, or
It does not reveal their number or location.
okay?
but I
in
believe
your
it would let
vicinity-
me know if they
Well,
exist.
one of
Like
those things, yeah.
what it is, yeah. And
Okay.
maybe a sense
What
of
it
distance. It
is.
doesn't say no sense of distance. I don't
Okay. You get within your vicinity, and what's the range? Was it? Is it 60 feet?
know. 1 mile.
1 mile. Okay,
1
cool.
mile. Fuck.
1 mile. Hold on.
Mine is the shitty version. Mine is the version where you get 60 feet and you only get 3 of those those monsters. It's not good.
Yeah, but you know exactly where they are.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah, you could also like check and go, oh, it's that one.
Yeah. It's like boom. It has
Like
its own
Michael could have a
advantages.
Within-
skeleton standing behind the entire time and be like,
within a
it's
mile
that
of
one.
you gain a sense that there does exist some form of aberration, in brackets,
Yeah.
and there is also some presence of undead.
Okay.
It's Nute.
Nothings are aberrations. Nothings are aberrations.
I did detect there is some aberrant presence here, at least within a mile, and a little hint of undead too.
Well, the undead could be a lot of things. But
I just glance at Lily.
yeah, I also glanced at Lily.
Lily goes back.
Just slight side eye from Hemlock, just down to her right shoulder, mm-hmm.
As you come near the end of this primeval awareness and gather this information and have this kind of comment off with Hemlock, Eloise kind of pulls away from this pendant.
Curious.
And she does she says curious again. Both her eyes look up towards you, Ashura, and that's the rest of the group. And her face is softened somewhat. When you're talking about the bow and the dragon, she was kind of yeah, sure. But now she's taking it kind of seriously and she pulls all the gold back towards her on the table, clutches the pendant and pushes the axe across the table towards you. And tied to it, like a price tag is a wound scroll.
Well, all you've done cleared me out, so
Wait a
you might
second.
as well, what?
I'm gonna take this axe. What was that pendant?
I don't know. And that excites me. So, I'm gonna get to work. You've cleared me out, so return the favor. If you find anything else really cool, or storied, or if you become mighty heroes with, legendary tales written about you, and you go on your journey to traverse the plains, and you do mighty things, and all the rest.
Well, that is exactly what we are doing.
I feel like that's
Then come
pretty
back
much, yeah.
afterwards and I'll buy your shit, so, you know.
Well, we kind of have. Did they tell? Oh, okay, yes. But did they tell you? Yeah, we are kind of legendary already. We killed the dragon.
Well, I hadn't heard of you beforehand, so you're not that legendary, so.
We kind of very
not
deep
maybe
down,
legendary
like a small
down here,
city.
but-
Yeah, it's kind of a small
Legends
city.
transcend cultures.
I'm
We're
pretty
known
sure.
in at least 2 countries.
Sounds like
We're well known.
you're two adventurers. You got some going to go before you
No,
hit
but
two,
I feel
three.
like you say that, but it's Morio is not a big city, maybe from the capital. I'm sure they've heard of us. I'm sure they've heard of me, for example. I'm kind of
Just saying.
legendary.
How much are you willing to bet that people in Bangladesh have heard of the Soulguard?
oh.
How much are you willing to bet? That's the question. Because I know. I've been.
She takes a second of just thinking, She turns around and begins digging through a pile of parchment until she comes across a very large, maybe 5 foot wide, thick dark wood chest bound in polished brass. Across its entire edge, there are just locks, alternating with thick mechanical locks, and then some which seem to have thin traces of just arcane light holding it closed. Turn around. She begins unlocking this thing with fiddling with her back turn and opening it. It creaks open, and immediately the room is bathed in a soft, reflecting golden light. This is so far my life's work, and I have not gotten to the bottom of it yet. But if you can show me right now that someone in Mindo... You know what? No. I'm gonna actually go to Bangladesh. I will leave tonight. And if someone has heard of the Soulguard, I will give you this. And she pushes the chest towards... she tries to pull it, can't move it. She kind of shuffles behind it, pushing more scrolls out of the way, kind of braces herself against the wall, and he's
Yeah, I'll give her a hand if she wants.
Yeah.
Thank you. But don't touch.
Yeah, he kind of whispers to Marigold and Hemlock. Do you guys have a spell to just talk long distance?
No. I mean, only with People who I can see.
I can send a messenger bird. Like, I don't know how long it will take.
Maybe that's faster. Maybe that can work. Yeah. Maybe that can work. We don't know. Okay, we good. All right. Okay, very well. Very well. Can we? I do not know the value of this thing. What is it?
Hold on, I'm just finding its name.
Okay, very well.
Just,
I thought it was your life
you can
works.
see, like, tied
That's a
to
weird
it,
life
there are
work.
like 3 scrolls, like not tied closed.
Just hold on a second.
I'm sorry, you guys. You had a week with that chaos. I'm back. We gotta have level that up, balance. What if it's cursed? Everything is cursed. Okay,
Cast sending.
I don't have sending.
Hold on, it's in the book somewhere. I'll be right back.
Do we have like a bird
She
thing?
leaves the room and goes to check the back room of the
Okay, go check the back room.
The only way I can send messages is if it's to a place I've already been and a person I know. So I can't. Alex,
I have a message, but that has to be someone I can see.
What?
I've got animal messenger, but I can't.
Fuck, I didn't expect her to go like tonight.
We could just get like Nute's parents to send a letter.
No. You know what?
Hey,
we just
Nute
go.
has the figurine of wondrous power.
Yeah. That works. That works.
Use that.
Or-
Doesn't that just cast animal messenger?
Yeah,
Like,
it does. It does.
Which you need to be able to visit and know somebody there.
Yeah, but at least I can do it.
If you know
Nute might
someone in
have been to
Bangladesh,
Bangladesh.
Yeah.
You don't know.
That's what I mean. It's like if we use the figurine,
If I use
like,
the
any
figurine,
of us could use that.
because
Yeah,
I
if Ashura uses it, then
because
fine.
Ashura knows Bangladesh and knows people in Bangladesh, so
Exactly.
he can
Exactly.
send it.
but
Although, how far away
otherwise,
is Bangladesh?
Bangladesh is 2 weeks away.
like a
2 days.
while.
2 weeks.
Oh,
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
in that case,
Oh,
a figurine of
no.
wondrous power will not reach because it's only got a 12-hour.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Let's think. I have an idea.
Learn sending.
Level
Level up and learn sending.
What do you mean sending? I can't like level up and learn sending. And just, give me a level up, bitch.
XP
There we
farm.
go. She finally digs out she finally digs out the scroll that has the title on it.
This, I think, actually kinda
I'm scared. It's gonna be a wish scroll.
has similar
Things to that, and she points towards the icon of the sun. Within this chest is a set of brass and gold plate armor. There are rubies set across the collar, which flare towards the large shoulder pauldrons, which kind of sit kind of crumpled in on it as it sits kind of in a pile in this chest. It is just an absolutely stunning set of gold and brass armor.
it's called the Plate of the Dawn Martyr. Saying
Martyr?
that in my face is weird.
Yeah.
Dawn Martyr.
Martyr.
It's Mike's armor from Crit Roll Campaign 1.
Yeah.
I'm not done with it.
That's
But-
fine.
If someone knows you when I get there, and if you don't, that sword.
Okay. 2 questions. Just to make sure that this bet is totally sure, because I know for sure people know my name, like know the name of the group. We're talking about someone in the city knowing who the Soulguards are, right?
Knowing you, your group, and at least some of your deeds before you can talk to them. You say you're legendary. You're
Yeah, we
sure.
are.
You say that you're sure that people know who you are.
Yeah.
You walk into a tavern and they're like, "Holy shit! It's the Soulguard!"
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we are. That's literally
Well,
true.
I look forward to hearing that story.
Fair enough. So you're gonna talk to
Wait.
everyone in Bangladesh?
I will make a circuit. I will make an effort. You know what? Let's write this down.
And she pulls out.
You guys, I'm getting full into this.
and she starts like writing out this as a not like as a formalized wager. Declaring that
Ashura has somehow managed to do a deal with a fae in the Underdark.
Not
she
again.
writes out, like,
That's basically what this is.
This is a bad deal.
mapping out her actual commitment to look around Bangladesh and to seriously try and find if people have heard of the Soulguard. And if
Wait. There is a possibility there is a possibility that merchants have gone from and back at again. From and back?
This doesn't sound
To
like
and back?
something that concerns me.
No. I'm sorry. Give me a second. I'm huddling up with my group. Let's huddle up. There is a possibility, like a Hokuri guy, kind of went up to Adagan, and went back to Mendodesh. You know? Oh, hydrate. So give me a second. Give me a second. I need to. I've talked a lot with this woman. So, what do you think? Is that? What do you?
Ashura, I really don't think that this is a good idea.
That usually means it's kind of a medium idea. Okay.
No,
Ashura,
it doesn't.
You know I like to gamble sometimes,
Yeah.
and
This is not a.
Yeah.
I do not feel the odds are. They're not stacked in your favor. They're not even.
Just give me a moment. I may have an idea. I'm gonna turn back to Eloishi. Can I take a look at that deal, the written up contract, just to have a look at it, have a look at the terms.
Of course. She pushes it across.
And I want to read. I'm reading the small print.
Yeah, make
I
a
have
investigation check.
That's
an
very true.
investigation.
Mhm.
Ooh, 19.
19. She seems pretty forthcoming. The contract
Okay.
doesn't really have any. It essentially details that she will go to Mendodesh and she will travel around the city and she will ask in places of trade and places of commerce and taverns and things to see if anyone has heard of the Soulguard.
Okay.
If someone
Right.
is aware of the Soulguard and their deeds as an entity, as a group, she will consider her wager lost.
Okay. Second question. How quickly does Hemlock think she is able to make a potion of sending? With
Potion of sending.
Less than
With-
2 weeks.
parts of Mind Flayer, and mainly the Mind Flayer and some of the mushrooms that I have with me.
With you. What
Yes.
mind flare bits do you have on you?
I have
This
what
is-
do I have?
Opens
This is a
the
good question.
pouch.
I don't-
I got a brain. I got some
This is the question.
tentacles.
I don't have any of the heads.
2
They're
fingers.
all back at home.
Megan, I see a
Just
face
kept the
of
viscera.
contempt on you.
Basically,
This
I
is-
think I have some embalmed organs from Celophode that I said I kept with me.
Yeah.
That sounds legit. Can't complain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I have it in my inventory.
Please appreciate Megan's face. This was amazing.
So
I do also have some hag bits.
you do have hag bits. Okay. So in terms of the components, I'm gonna say if you do have those things, that could cover the components.
Okay.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me
Oh, calm.
to try and think about making a potion to cast a spell that you have never cast before.
Yeah, I'm doing this to save your ass, Alex.
I know. You're so cute. Also, but this brass armor could be for anyone. You know, it's not.
It can't be for me. I can't wear it. It's
It can't be
mental.
for the paladin. You know. So.
Yeah, two of us can't wear it.
Yeah.
That's a 24.
24.
Yes.
You think you could probably do it. You think you could
Okay.
probably make a potion of sending. It would require your equipment.
Oh yeah, I don't.
You need to have your potion making equipment
I never fucking add
back in Adigan.
again. Okay.
I have my herbalism kit.
Guys.
I
What if-
don't know if embalmed mind flayer organs count as herbs.
I have a plan. I have another plan.
Dried
Maybe it's
plants,
bad.
they do.
Wait.
Maybe it's bad.
Spices, if anything.
Yeah.
Maybe it's bad. What about? Do not hit me if it's a bad plan. I know you usually do that. Let's keep it. We are in front of someone.
Markos winding up his hand.
So yeah. What if we ask Nute's dads to walk to Mendodesh? Right.
Hey,
Right.
John,
before?
So I've just thought of an idea which might work. If you want to make that potion of sending.
But
You
you're not
still
there.
True, but I feel like Hemlock would think of this, considering
So many pigeons.
a raven flies to the door and goes, "Hey, remember that transport via plant spell that you have that can
Yes.
teleport you to any tree on the same plane of existence?"
Yeah, but I can only do that once a day.
Yeah, and it takes 2 weeks to get to Mendodesh.
Yeah, but
Go there, make the leave, and then come back.
we also
I
don't
know,
know
I
how Ellie is traveling. Ellie could be a wizard with teleport.
Hang on. I need to
Okay.
think of
So stupid.
this is so dumb.
Yes, Marigold. It is
I
very
must- I
stupid.
I have to have seen or touched the destination plant at least once before. I can't go to Mandadesh.
No. You can go back to Yalen Hall Manor, where all of your equipment is to make the potion. Using any of the trees in Morio, and then you've seen that tree, so you can just boop right back the next day.
That
We'd
is
be delaying
true.
our trip, but then there's that counter of do I take 2 days to go and go back home, make a potion that may or may not work, then
Cheat in
go
a bet.
to cheat in a bet, and
But
wasting
Ashura does not have to agree.
Ashura does not have to agree.
There is
2
no
days
obligation
out of
here.
the time
Guys.
to 1, save the world, and 2, save the life of our friend.
The
Like,
answer is no.
Because
Yeah,
both of those.
The answer is no. The
yeah.
answer is no. Don't do that.
Don't do
do that
it.
because Ashura is being fucking dumb. Don't do that.
Okay,
Let
okay.
him learn from his mistakes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Although, if you wanted to trade, I think swapping the Devil Sword for some God Armor is probably a good trade.
True. I have
For
a question.
paladin.
I have a question, my dear lady.
Hi.
I am up for that bet. That is a pretty good
on
bet.
the countertop on it, like leaning forward as you guys like have had your huddles. You're like,
You laugh.
I can't get over Andrew going from like normal neutral DM face to hi.
It's the roleplay. He's so good at it.
It's so terrifying.
Right. So, if I lose, I give you this sword.
uh-huh.
Okay. In what time scale are we talking about? Because I am willing to do that, but I need it first for a few things, and then I can give it to you.
Well, I can. Well, I'd only take it when I get back. So
And in
Couple days.
2 weeks from now, so like 4 weeks from now, so a month time.
probably whenever you come back through here.
Right. Okay.
We
Okay.
just
So
never-
so no, but that's fine. That's fine because because in the end it's like we're not making a wager. So I can go do my thing, kill a lich, come back, give it to you. Is that?
Well, it's a long time. And the
know.
more things that you go and do, people might hear of you naturally. And I'm
No,
not making a bet
ah.
about whether they might know you. I'm
Fair
just
enough.
making a bet whether they
But
know you.
the result of the bet doesn't change from 2 weeks from now, right? You go, and if no one has heard of us, you come back, and the bet, you know the result of the bet. So whenever I come
How
back,
about this? I can cast sending, so I'll go and just let you know, and then you can come back here, and we can do the trade. Whichever
whenever
way
I
around
want,
it
I can
goes.
come back here whenever I finish my thing with the lich lady, and all, right? I feel like this place would be a
Make a persuasion check.
I feel like this place would be a pretty great place to store a sword that I really don't want to keep.
Just ask her if we can use her.
Episode 30 of this campaign. Ashura is a fucking idiot for 4 hours.
It's an at one, Andrew.
It's another one.
Oh,
She pulls the parchment back across the table and doesn't look at it, but there's just like a scratching of quill on parchment. Quill. I'm guessing that it is a quill, but it's like a very thin bone from like a weird fish.
Thank you, Ina. Hina that knows the shit. Okay, best episode. That's right. What are you doing?
Upon notification of the result of the wager, the trade must occur at the earliest convenience.
Ah, shit.
Defined earliest convenience as within 1 week of the information being traded. Or if you are unable to reach us through unstoppable means,
Yep.
which I understand those are a thing,
Yeah, we will be. Surely we will be like in rocks. So yeah. Okay.
I'll find you. And make the trade. I'll do the transportation for you.
Wait, hang on, no, that you can find us no matter where we are.
that is really
If you're
creepy, lady.
comfortable with that, you don't have to sign this. This is just, I think that's cool, and I think when
No,
I'm
I
done
mean-
with this, I'll just...
Ashura.
I don't think signing it makes a difference. If you can find us, you can find us, and that's a little.
But if you don't
Alright.
sign it, then there's no reason to find you.
All right. You know what? I've used too much of your time. I know people in Bangladesh knows us, but you don't feel like I don't want you to trek the entire way there, so you won't have to. Thank you very much for today. I'll come back for that god armor. Keep it like on the side. But I'll come back for it.
You know, if you change your mind, I'll be here.
Thank you very much. But
Or will I? Probably, yeah.
my friends kind of, they're ready to beat me up outside of your shop. Also, they've taught me a few things, and I need to remember that. So thank you very much. I will not do a stupid thing. And if ever you are in Bangladesh, please send me a message to tell me that people know, even if we don't have a bet, just so I know I'm right.
I can do that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. We'll do that.
All right. Well, y'all have a nice journey. Stay safe. You come back if you find anything cool. All right.
All right.
I'm sure we will. Take care.
Bye.
I'm so sorry for that, and then I leave.
Bye.
And the door with a tingle goes past the bells and closes with a click.
Ashura!
I know what you're gonna say. I'm so
I
close.
just bit him on the back of the head.
Yeah. Do not beat me. This is. Do not.
No. Not beating you, just a biff, just like a.
Beating me.
So,
Right.
Don't make shady deals with people.
Okay, but what if they really knew us over there? Got on there
Well,
and stuff.
that would be amazing, but also
I
don't
highly
cheat on
doubt it.
bets. Don't cheat on bets. That is not the point.
To be fair, that's
That
half
it
the fun
ruins
of it.
the whole spirit of gambling.
Have you ever really gambled? I feel like this is half of the gamble.
You ruined my card game.
I
that
did.
once.
I did. I feel like I made it better, but
Look, come on, let's talk
Let's
and
go,
walk.
let's go, yeah,
We've got to
let's
go.
go.
By the way, I think that lady might be some kind of monster. So, or
well,
at least,
okay.
at least, and I will explain the Nothic discovery.
Gnothic.
Gnothic.
yes.
As we walk.
Well, I mean,
Perfect.
that's not unlikely, but it could have been any aberration within a mile, and
Maybe, but it just seems like a strange coincidence. That's all I'm saying.
no, that is true. It is evidence, just not conclusive.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
Are you guys all heading down toward the barracks? And Nute, are you intending to convene with your friends there?
Yeah, Newt will convene with them at the barracks after some amount of time hanging out with his dads.
Perfect. It is very calming. You walk around the same groves you walked around when you were younger. You pick mushrooms and help trim back areas that are doing a little bit worse. And how everyone tends to a garden of mushrooms is what you do. Eventually, you head back and you find yourself at the barracks. You're probably there a little bit earlier than the rest, but eventually, unless there's anything else you guys would like to accomplish in Mario, the barracks is there for you to enter.
Yes, where's that, Syrah? No, I'm kidding.
nah, do it.
I don't think he would.
All right. Sure.
I wanted to on the way, just talking to Marigold. So what was that pendant you got? I saw it kind of on the back, but I was kind of looking at the shelves.
I don't quite know yet. I think they all come with scrolls because that's the sort of stories, right?
Yeah.
I got the sword handle has a scroll as well, but the pendant seems super cool.
Yeah, the pendant.
She said
it seemed kind of
she said it was what's it called? The icon of the solar father. So I assume it's something to do with some sort of sun god. And she said it belonged to someone called Anton. He had a super long name, but I can't remember the rest of it.
Okay.
Look at that little smile.
I know the name, but I'm not gonna tell you.
It's just that little...
Anton, that's a weird name.
Like, if you had watched last week's stream, you would know that when Andrew described it, he did say the name in full.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Good.
Yeah.
I think I remember it. Anton. No, I don't remember it. I just know Anton. But
You're
I haven't
every
written it
character.
somewhere.
Anton.
I have it on my D&D Beyond. Anyway, cool. Okay. So you have You know what? We can go to the bar, have some drinks, and like I want to read too the scroll on the axe, so we can just kind of like share the stories from the equipment. I feel like that could be cool.
We should wait at the tavern for
we
Nute
can wait.
to
Yeah,
get
for
back.
Nute.
Go to the barracks and read them there.
Yeah, bear in mind, Nute's gone to the barracks, so if you go to the
Yeah.
tavern tomorrow, you might be there a while.
Yeah. And do we want to invite other people to join? What
At the barracks, there will be people there already.
I
No,
mean,
this-
no, the friend from last night. I feel like you kind of had a vibe. Will he be at the tavern?
He will be at the barracks,
Fair enough.
where he is stationed,
Yes, that's fair.
as will
I
both
knew
of
that.
them will.
Yeah, I knew that.
As will the person who will be taking us.
Yes,
Right.
yeah, no, I
It's
knew that.
okay. It's
I knew
okay.
that.
I know you
It's-
weren't exactly
I-
here last week.
No. I kind of was. I was looking at the shelves the entire way.
yesterday. My bad.
Yeah. And actually, half of today.
Ashura just
too.
got really fucking drunk last
Yeah.
night.
Okay, let's go then. That's fair.
Yeah,
we
let's
have a
go
plan.
to the
We have a
bar.
plan for tonight. I feel like.
Alrighty. You find your way down toward the bottom of this narrow street, steep, narrow, jagged streets through these kind of hexagonal pillars of rock that rise up out of this cavern. You find your way down to the wall of the city itself, this town rather than the city, perhaps. And where the wall is rather thick, a doorway, like a double wide, descends down into the rock and then into one of these large sections of this hexagonal pillar wall. Within, you see a bustling and very familiar place. Ashura, this is not a place you've probably been inside here yourself before. When passing through across different towns, you were never stationed here, but this is the Takurka barracks within Morio.
Okay.
It is very, very familiar. This is the kind of place you called your workplace for a very long time ago. As you enter, a couple of familiar faces do look up. They kind of come out of one of the side corridors and like, "Oh, you're here! Perfect." And the kind of space-bunned drow scout lady with her kind of thin leather armor and she has two short swords at her side, almost like a bandolier of small bottles, comes out. Right. Good news. Come with me. And she leads you down a kind of a dark stone corridor into a fairly cramped, almost like classroom. There are kind of chairs set around. There's a small kind of table at the front. She's like, please take a seat. She pulls out a piece of essentially chalk, and on the black stone wall, basically begins to draw a very kind of vague map. Right. So I've had a bit of a conversation with some of the scouts that have been heading toward the lower sectors in recent weeks. We don't go down there too often, but the last time people were down there, we did see a few more sightings of elementals, which accompanies rifts to the plane. It's dangerous down there, but she begins to draw this map of where Morio is and where a kind of pathway of tunnels through different crevasses leads to a section which she's drawing a line of a tunnel and then just goes straight down and then spike.
Hey.
Scribbles out the bottom. I was like, this is the destination. These are the spike pits, the steam pits. It falls away into an endless chasm. Not endless, but deep enough to be considered such. And these mineral-coated steam vents rise out of the darkness like pillars of these spikes, emitting steam and creating a humid, wet atmosphere. There are bridges across some of these spikes to traverse to make sure the area isn't harboring anything too fiendish. This is where most of the activity was sighted. So, if you are ready, we can actually begin today. It's still a little early, so we can get in a good few hours of travel before we head down.
I do not know how to thank you for this information and for taking us. You don't have to do this.
We need to send more scouts down that way anyway. It aligns.
I mean, in any way,
That's you.
even if it aligns, thank you. It's not every
The
day.
chalk is it's getting to my nose too.
It's the chalk. No, but truly, thank you for your help. I mean, it's kind of helping us a lot. So
It's all right. Sounds like you're on your way to do some big, tricky things.
I guess.
I normally like traveling alone. I don't really, often go out with large squads, and so if I'm to go out with a larger contingent, better it be with some interesting strangers rather than just another squad. Not really my vibe. Hopefully you can prove a little quieter than we were before you got to Mario. Dangerous things do lurk here. But if you're ready,
And
I'm ready here as well.
we still have to wait for one of our companions. We told him to meet us here. He should be around soon.
Oh, she would have waited to bring you guys in here until Nute arrived.
Ignore.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I am mistook. Ignore me.
It's all right.
I never
with
said
us.
that.
Hold on a second.
Redacted from canon.
I done do a mistook.
Charles Ned.
You look over, and Newt is actually like crouched just behind one of the desks, and that's why you couldn't see him.
You okay then?
Bitch,
You
I have a passive perception of 19.
fucking hell. This party, dude. 2019. Fucking hell.
Why are we just slowly becoming as chaotic as like the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh my god, that's who you are!
My influence has grown onto you,
What
my
is
friend.
happening?
It's my influence.
Am I Gamora because I'm already green?
Yeah.
I will take
I'm
that.
Groot. I'm Groot.
I am Raccoon. I know. You would think.
I was gonna say like I'm Gamora because I'm the one who
You
puts
are.
up with all your guys' shit.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't know if Markos is like Rocket Raccoon just because he has a gun.
I think Markos is
He's
Star
not
Wars.
as like solid
Markos
as Rocket
is
Raccoon,
Peter
though.
Quill. You are Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, I agree
You're
with
definitely
that.
Rocket Raccoon, we don't resolve
And
drama.
Nute, with that question is Drax.
Newt.
That question.
Yeah. I mean, Newt
Without
literally
a
just
doubt.
said he was hiding behind a table.
I stand so incredibly still.
you.
No one will see me.
No one can see me.
And Andrew, you are the guy that owns the Colosseum. That guy.
Amigo, great.
Yeah. No, not Ego. The guy that just boops people and they just become smudge.
Oh my god!
In Thor Ragnarok. That guy.
Oh, the dude, the Grand Master.
Yeah, it's Jeff Goldblum. It's Jeff Goldblum. Of course, Jeff Goldblum.
I'll take it, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're not even in the same movie, but
Damn, Hina.
Oh.
Fucking
No, Andrew is the head that becomes nowhere.
Oh,
yeah.
shame. He's a. Oh yeah. Fair enough.
Anyway,
Celestial.
Space creature.
So,
Sarah poses to you. I think we're just not ready to go if you are.
Sarah, are we leaving? Because what time of the day do we feel like it is? Like how long ago were we awake?
You all woke up, went to Nute's parents. Like, you woke up at the tavern, went to Nute's parents, then went straight to the shops. Nute, you went and did day stuff. So I think it's like early-ish afternoon.
Okay, cool.
Going
Do
out.
we, Serato, are we? I know this is for your unit. Do we have time to get lunch at least, or do we want to get moving before?
I mean, if you haven't eaten already,
I don't
I
think
can
we
make
have.
more berries. Then we won't have to eat.
Oh.
we could, but I would counsel we move fast.
Okay.
These potential rifts have been sighted nearby. They don't stick around necessarily.
That's true.
Okay.
Very well.
Okay.
Let's go.
And just to know the group, it is us 5 and you.
Yes.
Okay. Not
Wonderful.
bringing any other soldiers or.
Did you want to know? You want
Did
to
you
know
have
if
someone in mind?
Karen's
You want to
coming?
know, is it someone else you want to come?
I was just intrigued.
Insight check on this. Insight check on this. I do not
You
care.
can roll an insight check.
That's a good roll for
I'll roll
today.
a perception.
Yeah, you don't tell me what it is. That's a 21. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Tell me everything. I want the gossip.
Genuinely curious. For tactical reasons. But also, if what's his name?
Taran.
Taran is coming. Tarantarar is coming.
Tarantula?
Tarantula.
Then he's a bit like sheepish about that.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so he's
She like raises an eyebrow at you. No, it's just us.
Okay, that's fine.
Just the two of us.
All right.
Alright.
We can make it if we try.
Dude's singing that in character, by the way.
Oh yeah, of course. All right. Are we? if you're ready to go, then let's go.
Indeed.
Let's move.
All right.
Let's
She
move.
throws a rucksack on.
As we leave the city, I will as promised cast Goodberry and give everyone a berry if they should want one.
Yeah.
If I see Ken, I'll give my leftovers to Ken.
Alrighty. You guys make your way.
We haven't seen Ken since the first day. I'm very sad.
Yeah, Ken just kind of disappeared. He just ran into
Hemlock, go touch a tree on the way out of town, so we can come back and visit Ken.
Yes.
If I can find like a large enough plant just so we can get here easily, I will
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
Well, we'll go up and slap it and
Yeah, give that bad boy a slap.
Me and Marigold just run up to like one of the big mushrooms and just like
Yeah, just slap the top of it. You can fit so many transport via plants in this bad boy.
yeah.
As you all leave Morio, you return to this large cavern, and exiting these city streets, you are once again exposed to the blowing, chill winds that pass through the Underdark. The trickling sounds of this underground river that passes through this cavern as well adds to that ambience. You find a very easy time in finding a large plant. The reason why it was built is because of the massive Zerkwood groves that surround these caves, and these very thick, almost tree-like, far-reaching networks of plants make a very easy boop for a future usage.
Nice.
As you begin your journey out, you head the other way out of the cavern as to what you came in. What starts as a small, not paved, but what is definitely a marked road, which you can see like the worn marks of hundreds of footsteps and cart wheels. You can see others moving throughout this space. You can see small carts which have no wheels but hover slightly, being pulled by giant spiders with very thick abdomens, but with harnesses wrapped around them to the thorax and a rider across their back, moving these steeders, which drag around the lumber and the mushrooms from the various groves that surround this place. A few of them wave and nod, having encountered you briefly the night before. But eventually this cavern falls away behind you as you descend into the tighter tunnels. Still occasionally clusters of the glowing whitish yellow phase crystals illuminate the space, patches of mushrooms offering pastel versions of this light that creates a dappled, occasionally you are in pitch darkness. And even those of you with dark vision find it claustrophobic to be only aware of the space to a certain distance from you. So as you progress, Serato, at least for now, waves her hands together and a selection of slightly blue glowing orbs of light, glowing dimly, kind of float, one about 200 feet ahead, then 100, then one behind, one near you, to just keep the space around you illuminated with the dancing lights. You guys are just sending memes at each other at this point, aren't you?
I'm sorry. The captioning
The
is
captions.
sometimes just too funny.
Google. Oh, Megan. Thank you, you numb.
I'm sorry, I'm just chaos brain right now.
You're all chaos brain, and that's fine. I'm glad you're having fun.
We're all very chaos.
Oh my god.
I need something from the chat. Hey chat.
Oh,
What's going on, babies?
Ooh.
I need someone to roll a d6. So the first person to put a number between 1 and 6, preferably from a die roll. If you can take a picture and tweet it, that'd be even better.
tweet it using
tweet it,
hashtag.
tweet
What
it.
are we saying?
Chase
What
those-
Chase those tails.
Chase those tails. That is a long hashtag, but fair enough.
Not really. They're a long
Chase
hashtag.
my.
Is that
But do not put chase my tail. It's something else entirely. Do not put this.
We've got a 4.
Don't
okay.
worry, guys. Social media manager for the day is on it. I'm gonna look up this hashtag right now.
Alrighty. You'll continue down these narrow tunnels. Sometimes they open up wider, and occasionally you see other underground rivers that pass through this space. You eventually find what is a much denser, like, selection of these tunnels. You can see where pillars of rock separate them into kind of differing areas, but you can see the space behind them, illuminated by these dancing lights, does seem to be interconnected. Running water flows in from one section of the wall. which kind of comes into pools which you can see glowing slightly. Pools of glowing lichen and fungus beneath the surface send that kind of beautiful, illuminating, dappled effect across the cave walls and ceilings from afar. You also see a glowing light seems to be moving. Something out of sight, where it's glowing with the same kind of whitish yellow glow that these phase crystals that dot this path have, but a larger, brighter source is somewhere out of sight, and you can see this, like the rays of this light moving through. Could I have a perception check from one of you, please?
From all of us.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can. Like, do you want?
Everybody.
Sure. That's a 7 plus 10. Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah.
I've
I
done.
feel so powerful in this.
Also natural 20.
Fucking hell.
Right.
I've rolled
Well, I got a
one.
natural 13.
Also natural 20!
Oh my god!
1, 2, 3.
Stop stealing my karma. Damn it.
It's a 29 total for me.
29.
24.
I got a natural 13, so that's a 24.
Oh my god.
I haven't rolled above a 10 except once today, and this is annoying. I rolled a 7, so 7 plus
Yeah,
10.
but you're a
17.
bard, so it doesn't matter. You're just
Doesn't
like, I guess
matter.
I have like plus 30 million to all of my rolls.
That is
so
true.
So those rolls were a 17, 2 24s, a 26, and a 29.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andrew, we
This is
see
real.
God.
Natural
We
20s.
don't see this thing.
You're down at the bottom left. There are no crates and barrels there. That's just what's on the map.
Bottom left.
This is
Yes.
This is the space that you guys are in. You can see these
Ooh.
kind of caverns open up and these pools exist. You can see where kind of almost like shoots in the rock kind of diverge and disappear out of sight.
It's crate
With
fungus
light.
and barrel fungus.
Yes. You see a faint light shifting between the rocks that you can't currently see. And you also see around you, again, not on the map because it's not on the map, there are large fungus that kind of grow out of the walls, large hooded caps that, like, almost lower, like massive street lights. Almost the same, like, almost like bus shelters at the sides of these caverns, kind of lean over and across, sometimes dangling, like, little fronds, some of them with their gills kind of just very full and thick and visible. You can see hanging from some of these things, among the fronds that create this kind of forest, like, almost like willow tree effect, a few more, like, sharper lines that are too straight, and as your gaze focuses on them, you all very, very clearly see Ashura a tiny bit less so. What looks to be
It's the act.
viscera, stretched sinew and torn skin,
Oh!
muscle tissue, faint, like morsels
Oh.
stretched between fractured bone. A tangled mess hangs from these mushrooms. Splattering up on the walls above them, you can see where whatever this was thrown above and slumped and has now come to rest atop these shelf-like fungus. This willow tree effect around you. If Markos and Hemlock, you recognize a couple pieces. Among these hanging viscera, you see a large hooked beak with whiskered face. You see one arm pulled apart and gnawed completely, but it ends in a large hook that reminds you of the last time you saw it was a fungal dominated version, but
Oh
something
my god.
a hook horror.
No! What
It's-
did that?
There are more of these further ahead in the cavern. And you can see as this light shifts in the space that you can't yet see, it almost sends like a slightly tinged red glow, as it seems to be hanging in veils thick among these rocks.
Am I able to get an estimate of how old this
Make a medicine,
what is left of this hook horror is?
make a medicine check.
I'll do that for you for sure.
Oh boy.
25.
25, hell yeah. It is
25.
still glistening, and while it is
Oh
actually,
no!
it is humid in these caves. Some of these walls are damp. This flesh is
Yeah, no, not with flesh, but still.
not old.
Like the blood's
Hours.
still wet.
Hours.
Yeah, like it's Like it's ours.
Yeah.
You also hear,
We own
all
it.
of you, as you're kind of like pausing, Serato cancels those dancing lights, blinking out, leaving you in this kind of ambient pastel glow. You hear a very faint
Mm,
Pass without trace.
crunch.
thank you. Beat me to it.
Immediate self.
Pass without trace, and I
That's a
get
good
low.
idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Behind
Jump
some
for
rocks.
everyone else to get low.
Time
We're all gonna
for
do a
sneak.
stealth.
time for sneak.
Let me just check a very quick thing.
If I have the time to do that, DM, please.
Yes, you may, and you may all make your stealth checks.
Yay. Natural 4.
Yeah, but it's gonna be 10
so that's
stats.
26.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
14 for
28 for Hemlock.
It's a 33 for Nute.
Yeah,
I
you
rolled a
bastard.
19.
Oh shit.
Nice.
It's just
So-
it's just a doily 20 for me. I rolled a 9.
20.
Okay, so that's
You only
30,
have +1 stealth.
34 for me.
Yeah.
All right, and you put me on chat.
I'm not Maple anymore,
Yeah,
guys.
we'll
I'm
put
sorry.
it in the chat. We'll put it in the chat.
Hemlock, Nute, Markos, Marigold, Ashura. Okay, big fuck off numbers. Oh, for Serato. She's
I have a question
I'm-
for
Toronto
Zero.
is included in the pass
Yeah.
without trace, by the way.
and
I'm
she
not going to
got
exclude
a-
her.
Oh, I should roll for Willow.
And she got
yes.
a 38.
Jesus Christ!
Fuck yeah.
She's a sneaky girl. Like
Yes,
from,
she is.
for a second, you're like, okay, when you get down, wait, where'd they go? And Serato has instantly, almost like she teleported. She's among like a grouping of rocks and like fungus stems. Her feet made no sound.
Damn.
She vanishes across into here. And Marcus, you hear among these kind of growls and grunts, a chill goes down your spine.
Oh,
The rest of you, there is something familiar about those grunts, or some of the sounds they made. And for a second, you're like, what is that?
Oh no.
Marcus, you hear in Giant.
Ah!
Just
Damn it.
Oh boy.
And that kind of shifting light kind of sways from side to side behind the sections of rock that divide the cavern ahead. You are
Can
all...
I
Yes.
determine maybe what sort of giant it might be using my knowledge of giants?
Ooh, make a nature check for me. And
Okay, I have
because-
advantage on this because
do,
it's
yeah.
a giant.
Andrea, I had a question for the DM.
Hello.
But I can ask afterwards. I don't know if Marcos has given the information to the rest of the group about it being a giant, but during the time Ashura was a soldier, I just wanted to have like a kind of a list of things that could do that to a hook heart.
Without even needing to roll, fuck tons.
Yeah. That,
The Underdark is full of dangerous
That
as
does
fuck
not help.
shit. Hook horrors they're dangerous. They are by no means the top of any food chain.
that's fair.
To list would be to hand you the monster manual. To be honest,
That's fair.
That's a 15 total. Turns out my
15.
nature's not very good.
yeah. Trying to consider what kind, you don't get much. Especially not being able to see the creature in this moment. An ogre speaking versus a hill giant speaking, kind of interchangeable, as well as
Yeah.
other lesser giants.
But,
The
but I'm
difference
able
between-
to
like,
rule out most of the giants
higher
higher up
echelons-
the ordering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is a difference between a hill giant speaking and a fire giant speaking. This sounds more like the lesserkin.
Yeah, and a fire giant wouldn't eat as sloppily as this.
It would be odd. It would be strange to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
Hydrate. In that case, I'll whisper to the rest of the party. It is a giant up ahead. I'm not sure which kind.
Okay.
It's one of the more brutish ones, like maybe a hill giant or like an ogre or something.
A hill
Serato.
giant. What kind of giants are from the Underdark? Does Ashura knows? Does Ashura know?
I'll give this to you as an extra Guaka.
I mean, you can make me roll.
Let's go for a history
Yeah,
check.
yeah, that makes
You
sense.
consider your experience
Yeah, if I can.
ranging around the Underdark.
History 19, 17 plus 2.
Ooh.
19. To be honest, a good variety. Most of the lesser giants, ogres, hill giants, trolls, or all of these things do roam around. There are also nowhere near Mendodesh, but fire giants can dig deep enough that they hit Underdark. Stone giants almost exclusively live in the Underdark. But yeah, there is as much an abundance of giant kin below ground as there is above.
Cool.
Not so many cloud giants though.
No, cloud giants and storm giants less so.
Yeah, not the height. It's kind of they kind of reach the
Frost giants,
The
because there's no
height
snow
limit.
down here.
No, that's true.
That's also valid.
Although if you cast Druid Craft enough.
You have all taken cover and gotten down low. You've wielded your magic, and you see the humid mist almost hangs in the air, thickens around you ever so subtly, blending you into the shadows around. What would you guys like to do?
I would like to cast Dark Vision on Markos.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good shit.
Alrighty. You have dark vision to 60 feet, which helps a good deal, but this is mostly dim light in this chamber, which restricts your ability to really make focus beyond much more than 60 feet. With the dark vision, the area within that 60 feet now is bright enough and clear enough in your vision that you can fairly clearly see
I
things.
just realised you weren't able to see now without the lights, so.
There's still that soft
Yeah, I see the
glow.
hook horrors and I'm like, huh.
Markos, your spell, is it just around you, right?
Did stealth? No, I believe it stays with you now. Let me hang on. I need to need to remember my training.
Isn't it while we're within 30 feet of you?
I think so. I think it stays around
For
you.
for the duration, each creature I choose within 30 feet of me has a +10 bonus to stealth.
Okay. So we should all move
So
closer.
I don't think that means they have to be within 30 feet of me. Only when I choose.
I think it does.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Well, then
yeah.
Because it says
okay.
it says for the duration.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we should
So
let's
So
just
if you all move together, you
Yeah.
retain it.
okay. So let's just
Try and
move
sneak
together.
past.
Yeah, let's just move together closer and assess the situation better because we have no idea right now. Do you have you?
Okay.
Can you hear maybe how many they are? I don't understand giants.
From those three nat 20s, it sounds like there is one moving creature beyond your line of sight.
Okay.
Here,
Should we start moving up?
yes, do you mind if I go first?
Of course.
Sarato,
Go for it.
would you like to take a point with me?
She kind of pads over silently.
As I believe the two most stealthy huntery type people here.
Yes.
I'm long
Look,
past my prime.
there are rocks up there to the left. We might be able to steer clear of whatever's causing that light.
Good plan.
Alrighty. Go ahead and move yourselves where you wish to move.
Yeah, DM, just for reference, where roughly did we hear the sound coming from?
Somewhere around that green ping up to your upper right.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
so around here.
Okay, I'm
Can
gonna
you ping that again? Okay.
key up and nestle myself into these rocks here
Sure.
with
Yeah.
Soul Zephyr at the ready.
I'll wander up something.
Alrighty.
Stay in the middle and.
Where is
I'm gonna put a soft aura on you, just so I can see. A 30-foot circle around you. Cool. Yeah.
I'm just
You
gonna
are
move
You're all in the area. Go ahead and so you move up very quietly. You find these other rocks. You nestle in behind one, the bow at the ready to look beyond and try and get an angle. You see now where these rocks split under a little line, kind of around here, where I've drawn this red line. Is what looks like a veil of broken bones. Strung up, you can see across one of the tops there's a half broken natural stone arch across this gap in the rocks, and they're hanging across it. You can see creatures more than just hook horrors, and older. Some the meat is dried and of different coloration. You can see the legs of a giant spider tangled within the bones, forming a veil of gore across this gap. And you can see from within it, you are now kind of looking into this soft reddish glow of this light emanating through this veil. You can see little glimpses of whitish yellow piercing through the gaps, and you can see faint movement within.
It's like the back of a butcher's, where you've got like things hanging up on hooks.
Yeah.
They're just using hook horror hooks. Like he's taken all of the hooks off of the hook horrors and is using like them to like hang up bits of spider.
Very environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
It's recycling.
Recycling.
Oh,
Yeah.
a quick question for the DM. These sort of rock bits that we see on the sides of things, like by here and the little rocks here, do they go from
That's
ceiling?
like floor to ceiling, yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. That path up right above you and then goes to the left. That does appear to go up into a smaller tunnel that goes above. It looks quite cramped and quite small. But yeah. What would you guys like to do? You've taken this forward position, you've gained a slight perspective on things.
Okay. And we love perspective, don't we?
Can we see Bad Boy?
You can see something moving behind that veil of viscera. You can't quite see it.
That veil of this. Yeah, okay. So we know there is a pathway this way, right?
Yeah, there does seem to be a pathway in that direction, yeah.
Okay.
Do we know which way we're supposed to be going? Which way are we due to be going?
Seraph kind of like nods and gestures towards that smaller path that goes up and to the left.
It's right here.
This one.
Okay, so if we just
So we'd
try
have
and...
to like track past the veil. Worst case.
Yeah.
Or we could try and go through the water.
That won't
If
be
that is
taking us the
water.
way we.
Not like
Yeah,
that.
well.
How deep is this? Is the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because we can just.
Is
yeah.
number one, how deep is it? Number two, is it water?
I don't understand why you just run across it.
Shut
It's
up,
the
Mark.
Underdark. It could be something else. Last time we were in like the Gordark, it was a fucking acid lake. So
Looking at the pool itself, go ahead and make a separate perception check.
ooh,
Perception.
okay.
Whoever of you wants to do that. I guess if you're doing that, Marigold, you've moved up close to the side
Yeah,
of
I'll move
That was up
over
the edge
here
as
and
well. May as well.
have a
So
peek.
either that.
That's a natural 2.
Oh, good.
it. From Markos doing what now?
I was on the edge, so I was making a perception
Okay.
as well. But that's a natural 2 for a 13 total. So
Okay. And Marigold,
Perception. That's a 19 for me.
19. Looking past, you can see almost like a blooming kelp forest of fungus below. It covers up a lot of this. It fills a lot of this space, and so it's quite hard to see the bottom. You look and like peer down, and you can see, thanks to the softer glow coming from it, you can actually see there's an overhang of rock that you are standing on, and so this this body of water is actually much larger than it looks. It seems to expand and descend into the depths. From the 19, I'll say you can see that it does go. It vanishes almost out of sight. You can see a bottom of it, maybe 70 or so feet down, and you can also see like where it goes into the wall of the rock, and also beyond under this unhang. You can see where some of the kelp forest seems to sway in some current that you can't really see on the surface.
Okay. And can I maybe like creep down, poke it with a stick or something to see if it's water?
Sure. With a cursory poke of some instrument, it doesn't react in any visible way.
Okay. And like kelp is probably water, but this is the Underdark, so I don't want to assume anything.
Blooms of fungus that look like kelp.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll sort of turn back to everyone and be like, we would have to swim. It's quite deep.
it's also.
It's about 10-15 feet across.
Give me a moment. Are there like any like sticks or things that look like they would float in the water around that I can grab?
Make a real quick investigation check for me.
Investigation.
You could druid craft a stick.
I could. I'm gonna druid craft a stick.
Sure.
And I want to throw it down into the water and just see if there's any currents that immediately take it.
Cool. The stick into the water. It now floats. It drifts ever so slightly from. I'm gonna draw a little blue line of the direction it floats.
Oh.
Me?
Towards the edge that way.
Yeah, it seems to travel like on the surface of the water very slowly,
Okay.
and it kind of bumps into the far edge. And when it does, it just sits there and bumps. It looks like the current on the top, at least the surface, is not particularly strong.
Yeah.
You can see, I mean, a large body of water, even a slow current, can be deadly.
Yes.
And this descends far out of sight, and so by no means definitely safe, but at least you are aware at the top surface it is not flowing overly quickly.
Okay.
I think if we can avoid getting in the water, that would be good.
I mean, Marigold and I could potentially fly you over, but that would take a...
Do we want to just deal with this giant? I'm not
I
particularly happy about this, but we...
mean, if we don't have to, then I really want to.
Oh.
He seems busy, so maybe we could sneak past.
Shall we just try to sneak past?
Let's try and sneak past.
Okay.
Scares me.
Try and sneak past.
Alrighty.
Right, I think the plan should be we get up
If we need
here and then go one at a time.
If we need a distraction at some point, I can always make like a small noise or something in the other direction.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Like maybe like down here. Like
yeah,
through
like
this
just if
sideways.
he seems to, yeah, like if he seems to notice us, I can do it like over there.
Okay.
That's not a bad plan.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Okay, let's move. Stick close.
Alex, I think you're muted if you're trying to talk.
Yes, I am. I've given so many good ideas. I was saying, you guys go first, and worst case scenario, I'll take you on that idea, Marigold, and just send an illusion or something this way, you know?
Yeah.
So
Marigold
kind of.
sound
I
image,
can-
sense image.
I can do mine without spending
Okay.
big magic.
Okay, so
So,
like there.
Hopefully
It's-
you don't have to do yours.
Cool.
Just a real quick thing. I could probably just either jump this gap or run over. Do you want me to go on ahead just to make sure that
That's okay.
just sort of peek around the corner?
And
If you can do so stealthily, then yes, please.
Don't go too far.
More eyes is always good.
Wait. And I'm gonna run over to you, and I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder, and I'm gonna cast Enhanceability for Dexterity, Cat's Grace.
Aw.
You've got advantage on Dexterity checks.
Is the spell Dark Vision concentration?
No, Dark Vision
That's
isn't
cool.
concentration, but Enhanceability is.
That's a
So
good one.
you have advantage on Dexterity checks, and you can't take full damage, but you're
Oh,
a
hell
monk.
yeah.
So.
Damn.
Neil, give you a little peck on the cheek.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh.
Cute.
Cute.
So, who is stacking up to move along with Markos around the edge? How close are you sticking? And are you just going ahead and jumping across?
You just go ahead and go across. Like he can, like he has the option of either running along the wall on the side. He can run across the surface of the water.
Mhm.
I can spend a key point to double my jump and just hop right across. Like
It's like there are so many abilities you have that make this very, very easy for you. I'm not going to make you roll for this. With Cat's Grace, you do it super, super quietly. I will say because of that, you won't have to make a new stealth check, leaving the area of Pass Without Trace.
totally, thank you.
So definitely you managed to cross the gap. So if you want to stick yourself just on the ledge, yeah, it's just perfect.
Over there, and it will like dip around this corner a little bit.
Alrighty. So, ledge gang.
Mm-hmm.
How close are you sticking? Who's going first?
Well, we have
Uh,
to be within
I think
30 feet of Markos.
If,
sorry.
yeah, depending on where Markos stands, effectively we could go one by one across and still be within his radius.
Yeah.
So,
Oh. Yeah, if I like perch.
well, I'm more thinking just getting across like there. If you perched about here, then
Yep.
we can get to here with.
Yeah. Yep, so I'll stay here and I'll like keep an eye if I can like perceive round the corner, like flatten myself up against this rock and just like keep an eye like just through the curtain.
Yeah.
So just like watch the giant and direct people like go, like one at a time.
Yeah. Perfect. Alrighty. I am going to say now, because you are specifically moving through an area, this is different to you doing that kind of freeze in place and hide. I'm going to need those of you that are moving to make another stealth check.
If you still remember, we're still within
You are
the
still
plus
within
10.
Yeah, I wouldn't have moved far away enough that you would have
Yeah.
gotten out of
Yeah.
range.
That doesn't include me in this one, right?
It does not know you. You
Uh,
are
That's a 30 for Hemlock.
Damn.
I rolled a 19.
Hell
Funny. That's
I'm learning.
That's a natural
learning.
6 for Markos. 6 on the die, which is 28.
Fucking hell.
Fuck
Okay.
me, dude.
Fucking
Damn.
hell.
Plus 12 and pass without trace. Boyo.
Oh,
yeah.
Boy, oh.
Marigold got a 23, Willow got a 25.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's going first?
Markos?
Markos, right?
Or
No,
do you
I'm
wanna...
gonna stay here and guide you across.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Who,
So I'm
would
gonna
you
move up to
send
where I am
first?
now.
Just a quick thing. It is now 8:30.
Yes, I see. I'm aware of it.
Andrew has,
Yep.
Andrew has a moment.
Okay.
It's in the chat.
Sick.
Shall I-
see.
Maybe I'll head up as the slowest walker.
Yeah.
To get me.
That's true.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
Get you across first.
Yeah. So
You-
I will go. And
Actually, no, because if Hemlock like stumbles or like
That's a good
gets
point.
noticed, then she'll be stuck in the middle. So I will send. I'll ask Serato to go across first, followed by probably Ashura.
No, I'll wait for the end. So, oh yeah,
Okay.
you want to close
Well,
down,
then-
close the thing? Because I wanted to close
No,
it
just so
in
that
case.
just so that you were like over this side and you could like, protect. I'll send Serato first.
Cool.
So it definitely kind of brushes past you as she moves along this narrow ledge.
Ooh.
She kind of glances toward the veil as she does so, and kind of eyes go wide, and she continues quietly and glances towards you with a nervous look, but continues to
Is this gonna be an awful thing where we all walk past and see the giant and go,
Actually, the giant is right in the middle.
There's something else in there. There's fucking something else in there. I'm
There's
like,
a kraken
no.
right here.
It's like a fucking mind flayer giant or something. Because Andrew has
Ah.
a
there's a mind player giant.
No,
God.
it's a huge
Alright,
calamari
who's next?
right
Serato,
here.
then who?
Serato, then I don't know, like Marigold,
yeah.
then
me,
Hemlock,
me and
then
Willow,
Willow.
me and Willow will go one after each other, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
I'll want to be like encouraging him across, you know.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
on, Willow. Don't be scared.
Nice.
So
Right.
like,
I think I need another chat roll.
Chat
think I need-
roll.
Oh no.
You don't need one.
I don't like that.
I think I need a D10 chat roll.
D10. Hashtag chase those tails.
Okay, I
So
want.
was this giant the result of Wilbur rolling a 4?
Yes.
oh god. Will, why?
Well. God damn.
D10 roll in the chat.
No D10s to hand.
As,
Ah.
as they're dealing with that, Markos, as you no D10s to hand, Wilbo.
Well, okay.
To be fair, I did say D6s at the beginning.
Look, if you roll a d6 10 times, and then divide it by 6,
That's not-
6.
That's right. But like the
I
upper.
think that.
Do you want me to roll?
Counts.
Do you want me to roll
Yeah, that
one?
works.
Yeah, go on, Ashura. Roll a D10 for me.
It's a 10.
10.
I hope that's good.
10 giants.
That we can take
10
that.
mind flayers.
How many smites? How many smites do I have? Oh no, I don't have 10 smites. Okay, we dead.
Oh no.
No mind.
Oh
That's
no, I
okay.
don't have 10 smites.
We knew. I did badly.
Alrighty.
Oopsie.
As you all begin moving past, you can see this gap is maybe 10, 15 foot wide. For a second, you think it is like there's like an alcove and there is a block in the center of it. But you get a glimpse at what is actually a huge creature nestled within it, hunched, facing away from you. Thick black and grey fur, interrupted with patches of baldness where it reveals just muscular, ragged skin. You see it pulled back with a clawed hand that reaches horribly lanky and long as it stretches out some just... It's like the cheese pull, but it's out of a creature. As it,
Four.
as it reaches up and bites, you see a horrible, like, tusked face of a massive troll.
Ah.
And you also see the source of that glowing light impaled right through the center of its torso is a roughly 8-foot long shard of the phase shard crystals. Those glowing white and yellow crystals impaled right through its torso. You can see it keeps like grabbing it and moaning and growling in some kind of discomfort. And that you hear it again in giant kind of growling.
Beat the pain away.
Wild magic troll.
I don't know, but I don't think it's mean, or at least it's dying.
No, trolls are fucking mean.
No. Obviously, trolls are fucking mean, but you know.
Yes, sorry.
As Hemlock, you begin your path past it.
Yes.
Passing Markos, there is a little jet of energy that comes out of the wound that surrounds where the crystal kind of juts out of its back, of like crackling, just arcane vibrating energy that kind of around it.
Oh no.
It spins around. It doesn't seem to spot you as you see this face, and you can see now with like, the front of this crystal like scrapes across the rock of this actual cavern, and it goes like throws a section of meat out of the veil. It splashes against it and kind of like sends some kind of splatter across you.
I'm bloody again!
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh shit.
It is not a very high
Oh no!
Damn.
It's fucking
with this viscera.
I love the music that goes so well with this.
big money. No whammies.
No one
got
big
this.
money. Big money. We want money.
It's a nat one, isn't it?
It's not a nat one, it's a 7, so 6.
Ah,
Oh, honey.
6.
Markos, can you make a very quick, just make a dex save for me?
Dexterity saving throw.
Yes, sir.
Is it against magical plants?
No.
Aww.
Hemlock is not.
Does it count as a magical plant?
Hemlock is a magical plant. It's still pretty good. It's a 24.
24, okay. This smattering of viscera gets thrown out towards this veil. It kind of like a few pieces get through it as this troll throws it in frustration and pain. A few pieces of it kind of bump into you, Hemlock, and as you're kind of half like reading from like, what is this? And you begin to fall backwards. You hold your breath from a yell of shock as you begin to fall towards this deep, endless water and a splash that will draw this creature's attention. And then Marcus's hand wraps around your back and stops you falling. Held safe, covered in chunks of something.
Oh no.
This creature does not seem to spot you through this veil. But you see, as its like crystal turns around, you can see veins of glowing light seem to spread out from the wound, pooling around its collarbone and up its neck. One of its eyes is like sunken and shriveled, but is glowing. It turns back around to its meal and bites into what is almost a mass of spider legs and other. There's a pile of just meat gubs that he's like torn through and just like handful.
Trolls.
But you continue moving past. Eventually, all of you get past this veil, seeing this twisted troll and evading its gaze. You will eventually get past this raised tunnel, crawling slightly as you get up into its kind of confined space, and you move onwards. And with that, as you narrowly escape this encounter without drawing its attention, we are going to pause for our little break. See if this was going to break on an initiative roll or break on it. You got past it. And it was the last. Congratulations to you guys.
We did it!
Thank you so much, guys, that are in the chat that are watching.
You know,
To be in there.
I'll have a panic attack.
I also, very specifically, a lot of people watch this show after we record.
Yeah.
Who don't watch it like we either can't because of other stuff or because of time zones or whatever. So yeah, just to you at home or wherever you're watching it,
Those people.
watching us, after the fact on the VODs.
We love you.
Cheers. We talk to the chat a lot, and we wish you could be there,
Kids.
but thank you so much for watching.
Squad.
You guys are great.
But you're still
VOD
part of the
squad.
experience.
Yeah,
VOD
VOD, yeah.
squad.
VOD
Your name.
squad.
Part of this You're part of this
Vulture.
family too, and we see you. So thank
We
you for
are.
being there.
Like, we
Okay,
don't know your
here's
names,
an
like,
idea.
we know...
If you're
people.
in the VOD squad, tweet about it.
Hell
Tag
yeah.
us on Twitter.
Tag us.
With hashtag Chase Those Tails, hashtag VOD squad.
Is that
Fuck
is
squad.
that, is that a hashtag now?
Chase those tails.
I mean,
Absolutely.
chase those tails.
Tails.
It is.
Make sure to
Hell yeah.
spell it
No.
like
I-
T-A-L-E-S.
Chase
I
the
searched-
stories.
T-A-I-L.
I searched the hashtag on Twitter and nothing else is using it.
Well, that's
Have
fucking
it.
populate that bullshit. All right. Yeah, that's it. We're gonna go away for a half-hour break. We'll be back here at 9 GMT in half an hour to continue this wonderful adventure. To see what comes next, I will need another D6 roll from the chat, so have one of those ready. We'll be back here in a little bit. Go get some snacks, go get some water, go to the bathroom, take care of yourselves, and we will see you guys shortly.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
But Jordan is currently sorting his food. He'll be back
He will be back.
shortly.
The back
Wilbur says knock knock. Wilbur, who's there?
Who's
Wilbur,
there,
who's
Wilbur?
there?
Hey,
Wilbur,
Wilbur?
who's
The
there?
anticipation. The anticipation while we wait for chat. Hello.
Hey, Hina. Hey, Tal. Hey, Lee.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Wilbur!
I accept this kindness, and I do so
Well,
humbly with a
Wilbur?
nod to the head.
Wilbo,
That
you are
is
the light.
Five gifted subs.
now.
But please, that costs money, right? We all agree that.
Yeah,
right?
that costs
Okay.
money.
Will, I love you. So thank you very much. Keep that money for you. Buy yourself nice things.
Or just give it to us. Like
Give
That
it to
also
us.
works,
Trust
that
me,
also
we will
works.
be making nice things with it.
Yeah.
We have more works. Waiting for your debit card. You
I was waiting for my debit card.
Wilbo, I
Right.
said it before, you're a legend.
You're
You
a
support
legend.
us, you don't need to. Why are you doing this?
Excuse me, guys. Can we please discuss why Will isn't a VIP on this channel?
is he not?
Yeah.
I'm insulted on his behalf.
I'm not
I can
even.
fix that, I think.
I'm not even VIP on this channel. Okay,
Oh,
so
I
let's
forgot.
not.
I mean, neither am I.
Neither am I. Willow should be though.
That's right.
Wilbur VIP before anyone else on this cast.
I'm pretty sure.
Will,
I'm pretty sure he
can I-
watched more stream than I did.
Can I
Okay, let me
talk
go
about
into mod
Saturday,
view. I
Wilbur?
think I can give Wilbo VIP if I go into mod view.
I think you put like /VIP Wilbur.
I think I can
In the
do
chat,
something. /VIP win. Okay, /VIP.
Wilbur, can I talk about
Wilbur.
And
Saturday?
then his username.
VIP
Wilbo.
Wilbo.
Right. What's up, Wilbo? What's
I'm here, ready to go.
And Tal.
Ready?
Tal.
Let's see.
And Will is now.
And Will.
I finally have.
I
food.
don't have permission, even though I'm a moderator.
You added What's Up,
Wow.
Wilbo as a VIP to this channel. I did it. You are now all. You now all owe me. That's
Right.
how it works.
Wilbo, can I talk about Saturday? Can I mention Saturday? Answer me, sweet boy.
When is
Oh,
the
yeah?
day of the week?
Oh, yes.
I think that's the
Can we
yay.
talk about Saturday?
Is that
think that's a
yes?
yes.
You just say
Yes.
yay.
Saturday.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
not an
said-
affirmative yes.
Wilbur
Validation.
said-
These are very
Validation.
generic yays.
Yeah.
He said yes. He said yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Yeah, I'm excited. On Saturday, I'm going to be over on Wilbur's channel. I'm going to be over on the Wilburverse, chatting about world building with this wonderful boy. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Should we
We do.
The caption
Before we
is
do any
sweating.
of that,
The captions
can
are
I
sweating.
just do?
Yes.
Can I just do a quick shout out? I would like to wish a lovely, happy Chinese New Year of the Ox, to all of those
yeah.
watching who celebrate it. And I
Yeah.
hope you have a lovely, lovely year.
I'm an ox in accordance to their calendar.
Are you? Are you born in 97?
Yeah, boy.
Wait,
I
wait,
think
wait,
I'm
wait, wait.
Rooster.
Wait,
I'm a
so,
rabbit.
yeah, I'm a tiger. I'm a horse. That's what Wilbur said. Wait.
I can't remember what I am. I
So-
think I'm a rat.
Are you 97 or
Sounds about right.
96?
98.
Are you my year? So it's tiger.
Hey.
Hey. So wait, Jordan, you're also 98, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's three of us
Tigers in the
are
chat.
22.
Yeah.
Andrew is 23.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Baby Rowan is 20.
21.
20, that's right. You turned
And then
21.
David is old.
And then
David,
I hear the rooster.
David
which
is
was
above
1993.
100, apparently.
Bloody hell, you're 27?
100 years old.
28.
David,
20,
David
oh,
Guess
is
how old?
27.
Guess how old I turned this year?
28.
28.
Wow.
28.
That's,
We can all
that
count.
was such
Yeah,
a...
guys. Can we play some D&D?
Yes.
Let's play some D&D.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for chilling.
Hi, Jordan, by the way, welcome back.
Hello, I finally made food.
Hell yeah.
Look at my caption.
Thank you for sticking back there with during the break. I've had a nice little chill out sesh, got some water, got some snacks. These guys, however, are not thinking of snacks. The Soulguard are not concerned with snacks and hydration in this moment as you all creep quietly, pass without trace cast upon you as you all progress through these narrow tunnels, putting distance between you and the feasting mage troll that lay behind you. You find your way through rocky caverns that open up once again, this time into a large crevasse that opens up first from your right-hand side as the tunnel seems to split into sections. One section of the floor just turns to sheer cliff face. The other is a narrow ledge on the side of a crevasse. As you progress, I need our sweet chat to throw me a d6.
Hashtag chase those tails.
Chase those tails, baby!
Can I just say, I tried to type in the chat, I know want to do math, but I typed I know want to do bath, and then tried to correct myself and said meth.
So what you're saying is you do want to do meth.
Oh,
I-
we've got a
apparently-
roll.
Here, roll a 1.
Apparently I want to do
One.
meth in the bath.
Alright, we got a 1.
Battles.
So,
Bath meth.
One. What is the one? No, no, Andrew, you did. You said for them to roll, not you.
yeah.
Keep those dice. Keep those dice unrolled.
Yeah, no. But the number they rolled was the type of dice that Andrew rolled. So he just rolled
Yeah.
a 1d1.
Yep. Cool. As you guys progress along these kind of sheer cliff faces, this chasm descending to your right-hand side, these chambers are darker. You are glad to have dark vision cast upon you, Markos, as there are no blooms of fungus illuminating this section of tunnel. There are very few, but very large and very bright phase shard crystals. You can see further down this crevice, kind of growing in sections in the midst of this kind of very steep cliff. A few clusters of these crystals sending very soft light, but where you are, it is dark. Cerato throws up once again, dancing lights. You hear a very faint skittering above. Something like small scratching claws on stone. You glance up. In the darkness, you can't see anything. It's beyond the range of your sight.
What if I perceive real hard?
You know what? Make a perception check for me.
Sweet.
But only
Disadvantage.
because you said real hard. Yes, because it is out beyond your range of dark vision.
Not very good. 18.
18. You don't see anything. A slight dust
Fuck off,
drifts.
This is 6 plus 12.
A
Oh, sorry,
slight-
17 plus 11 for perception.
The faintest dust kind of trickles down from above, from whatever is above there, clambering across the rock. You hear the faintest echoes that could be the wind, it could be anything, among these kind of ambient sounds that go through this large
Hydrate.
cavern. You hear and it seems to move away from you until silence dominates your senses.
There appears to be
Continue.
something above us. Be careful, everyone.
That would probably be the roof.
Can I... Nute, look at your feet. Just look at your feet. I don't know. I don't have a good joke, so just look at your feet. I don't know.
Alright. Progressing forward, this cavern begins to widen. This chasm itself seems to split like a ravine that feeds to the ocean, except rather than water, it is just black void. As it widens, your cliffside ledge narrows, until eventually you find The wall itself begins to break away into sections of rock, connected now by wooden bridges, constructed from kind of set and built zerk wood. You can see where sconces for torches might sit. Currently, however, they are dim and dark. And a few of these outcroppings of rock that these bridges now begin to tie between, you can see clusters of crystal. And you begin to feel warmth and moisture thick on the air. The echoing silence is interrupted briefly by distant The darkness is too oppressive to see just yet, but as you continue forward, the dancing lights in the hands of Cerato illuminating a little bit further, you begin to see, reaching up out of this void, are pillar-like spikes, built up of mineral of a beautiful variety of colours, and offering a glow of their own in soft green lichen and fungus that seems to climb up in a thick carpet that glows softly. As you cross these bridges, there's a horrible sense of vertigo, as, while well constructed, they are slick with moisture. For now, it's safe enough, but you do pass by, and one of these spires, maybe 70 or so feet away, softly glowing green from fungus, you see a section of it go, and a cloud of thick, hot steam bursts out from it. There is only one path forward. There is only this increasingly tenuous rope, and this with this wooden bridge. You see these pillars around, small crystals dotting them, and you begin to hear among this oppressive silence, and more so the darkness, aside from the occasional burst of steam, what sounds like cracking rock, but above and moving. The flapping of what sounds like wings. Do any of you speak Primordial?
Nope.
Marigold.
Me, I do. I speak
hell yeah,
Primordial.
Marigold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Cool.
speak Primordial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me.
It takes you a
I'm
solid.
so excited.
It takes you a solid few, like a couple of minutes actually, of hearing these little kind of sounds of breaking rock to distinguish them from actual cracking stone in these steam vents. Until you hear it and you're like, wait a minute, no, that's a. Behind that kind of texture of cracking stone, there is a cadence and a structure to these sounds that is language, that is Terran.
Wow.
You hear flapping above in the darkness, and you begin to see, as you move forward as a group, very faint, dark, flitting motions, followed by one larger one. There's a what sounds, as you see one larger shape flap a pair of wings and then grasp hold of one of these steam vents of stone. There's an impact sound and then a secondary, almost echo of this crumbling rock sound as it's continued to speak in Terran. You understand it to say, keep close. Don't stray too far. In a few smaller. There's a small from a steam vent nearby, and a small burst of orange light peels away from the wall, and you see it begin to flap as well. The soft orange glow from it illuminating a couple of these others' dark, flitting, flapping shapes. You begin to see ahead of you.
Oh my.
Oh my god. That's
Looks like we might be in some trouble.
holy lordy.
So can I sort of glean from that they're following us?
No.
Okay.
No.
They're just talking to each other, maybe.
They're just having a nice chat, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just going on a bit of an adventure,
Fine.
flapping through
there's-
a cave.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah,
Flapping
Andrew.
wings and flapping gums. You know,
Andrew,
how you doing?
so
Hello.
the brown bits are like
This bit is not on your screen yet.
no the brown bits that are
Okay.
like right outside
you-
of
What?
Do you mean like these?
no these like this space.
Oh, that's just void.
That's
That's
This is
just
void,
empty.
right? Yeah, we
I mean,
agree.
These are the
Endless
wooden
void.
bridges that connect between these
Yeah. Okay.
stone pillars.
I just wanted to to check. That's
Yeah. The green and brown glow coming off them is like the glow in the mist and the steam from the glowing moss
That's
and
right.
stuff.
Yeah.
And you get to see a bit further right on this one.
Just to be sure that I don't fall.
Yeah. You see a number of these flying creatures and a larger one kind of clinging to a side of the vent itself. Is there anything that you guys wish to do, seeing these creatures moving? They don't appear to have noticed you thus far.
Do I recognize them
Ooh.
as elementals or?
Make a perception check for me.
Oh, okay. What the frick is my perception? Oh, that's 19.
19. Squinting in the darkness, trying to catch details in this soft glow from the moss up ahead. You can see better these glowing ones. They seem ragged, almost imp-like in shape and size, but you see dripping off them more little pieces of glowing red that kind of descend into the void. You see flying around them more of these creatures. You saw one of these creatures earlier. When you were fighting the devils and demons in the caverns of the Underdark, one of these smaller, darker creatures apparated as the Phasra's wind blasted heavy and quick. And it quickly vanished. Which, as a point, as you're focusing, the air here is still, with the faintest blowings of wind carrying this kind of very humid, warm air. As you're watching, there is another sound. But looking ahead, you can see, grinding out of the air, as if someone reached through a portal with a salt grinder and just tore stone into the air itself. A large rift
Uh-oh.
into existence. Following it is a blast of cold wind that flares in all directions. You see the moss and the plants on these vents rush and kind of get blown backwards. And all of you, your hair is thrown backwards. You're not quite thrown or pushed necessarily, but you feel this heavy and fast wind. There is, in this grinding sound, another pair of beating wings as another pair of creatures.
Yeah. I just double checked. I do have on my summoning list Magnum Mephits, Mud Mephits, and Gargoyles. So
Then
I can summon all of these things.
I think with a 19, you are relatively familiar with these creatures. These do appear to be mud, magma, and gargoyles.
Cool.
In
I
an
will, like,
instant, this rift
whisper.
grinds and then vanishes again.
I will like whisper to everyone and be like, they're elementals from the Earth plane. It seems like the rifts keep opening and closing. I'm not sure.
Might be getting close to somewhere we can pass through then if they're here.
I mean, at least yeah, it gives us a good direction to go on. Hydrate.
In the right place.
Yeah.
Kind of crouched low, Sarah's like, I think that might be the best you're going to get. She kind of pauses
Just
and waits.
like- Wait until one opens and then hop in.
I haven't done it before, but
It's dangerous.
Well, surely you're not intending to do it now, right?
I'm not going to do it at all.
Good.
You sure a quick
My
trip?
goal is to guide you here. This is what you do next is up to you.
Quick trip to the come on. Quick trip to the stone plane. Fun.
Maybe another
Andrew,
time.
I have a DM question.
I might have an answer for you.
This is a little backstory spoiler. but as someone who knows quite a lot about planar traveling, yeah, do I think that's the best we're gonna get, and the best option is like just waiting until one opens and then hopping in?
Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
I'm going to give you guidance.
Ooh. Is that a D4?
Extra D4.
Yeah.
I took my headset off because I heard the word spoilers.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you for respecting my spoilers. I'm going to use my point of inspiration to re-roll that. Because this is important.
Fuck, I should have used it when I got hit by the meat. I forgot about it.
That's so good, I caught you.
The meat.
Nice, that's a 22.
Damn.
22. You are very unfamiliar with this particular terrain of the Underdark. However, from the reports of the fact that sporadic rifts appear into the elemental plane, and that's where these creatures come through, and you be able to see these creatures now coming through these rifts that open and close, you tend to think that Starter is probably right. There is not likely to be any firm doorway to the plane. It is random rifts where the planes rub too close and the tears open that allow this transport of these creatures across. As you're thinking about this, there is another, and the rift tears open again. It moves, however. It begins to rotate ever so slightly, as if the planes that are intersecting are moving. It just appears in a slightly different position, and in a moment, another small glowing figure flaps out of it. Before it, that's map layer, before it closes again.
Okay, everyone. So, I think our best bet is going to be to get as close as we can to the edge and where this is popping up, and then just go for it.
Okay.
What about these creatures? Are they likely to? Are they hostile? Are they aggressive?
I mean,
With a nature check, Marigold,
yeah.
Mephits themselves tend to be more... Mephits are not the most friendly kinds. They are slightly malevolent spirits. Gargoyles are further down that road.
Yeah.
Oh, bad.
Yeah. Mephits are unfriendly, but the big ones more unfriendly. So I think it might be worth maybe trying to be stealthy, or just going as quickly as we can so we don't have to interact too much.
I mean, could we be stealthy among that many enemies? I mean, like, feel like.
Well,
As you think on that and worry that standing on this open gantry-way without making too much effort to hide, it appears there's another grinding, crunching. This rift tears open again, shifting in position, this time slightly closer to you before closing, and another gargoyle comes out. The rest of these things, there is now like a chattering between these various elementals as they all come out and begin to almost like bats flapping around in a bit of a swarm. These mephits are kind of circling around. The gargoyles themselves flap, and they immediately fly to the nearest piece of solid rock, and they just perch. And even though they are moving, when perched, their wings tuck behind in these kind of grotesque and angry faces, which don't move to show expression. They just are frozen in this particular visage. They turn around, and every moment they pause completely still.
Okay.
Every time we think that we don't have a lot of time, when this portal appears, we need to be going straight through it.
Okay.
You have an idea? I have an idea too. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. How many people can you make fly?
None. I gave that up.
Me and Marigold could potentially turn into some things and carry people. We can maybe turn some of you into other things as well. I'm just worried about some of us getting through the portal and it closing, and then another one opening, and it turns out to be an entirely different place.
I'm with Hemlock on this one. I
Yes, if possible, we all need to get through at the same time.
Well, yeah, and I have with my spell, the one that kind of stops, it does the illusion and stops everyone in that track, hypnotic pattern. I could maybe if I get lucky, I could get those 5s out, and they won't move for a minute, and then we would have time to run into the portal. But it's a risky one. It means that if not all 5 of them, or at least like not most of them, get stunned, they will see us and we will have to fight. It's a 30-foot cube.
If we can, well, if me and Marigold can wild shape, we can get as many of you through. We can carry the others of you potentially.
I have my
polymorph.
To be fair, I have Dimension Door, so we could all go in one sitting.
Can you Dimension Door into another plane?
I can Dimension Door right in front of it and just step.
But what if it's above a void?
Dimension Door above it and fall in?
Exactly.
If we do end up somewhere with falling, I can help with that because I have that spell that can slow us down.
Look, the longer we delay, the more of these things are appearing.
I know.
Should we just go?
Just
try and fight them off as they come.
Quickly, something that might be able to help with the malevolent people. I can actually summon more of them, except they are actually friendly to me for a while. So maybe they could, I don't know.
Try it.
That sounds
they could,
good.
go over and say, these
to,
people are okay. Don't worry.
If we need to, we can. But now I do not know if we have the time. We need to go before more of these things appear.
It does take me a minute to cast.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we just need to go.
So, who's the... Okay, so if Marigold and Hemlock, each of you take either Nute or Markos as you fly, and you go to the void, I wait for the last moment until... Because if it disappear right in front of you, you can still move to the next void. So I have
to turn into something big, like a giant eagle. You could probably carry 2 people, right?
That's fair.
Maybe.
But we have Willow. We have Willow too.
Yes, I could carry Willow and someone else.
If you take Willow and Ashura, I can take Nute and Markos.
Cool. Okay, so that actually works out. Should we? I feel like that's our plan right now. We should try to do it. More of them are coming up.
Okay.
So I guess we're both wild shaping into giant eagles.
All right.
Yep.
Also, real quick, I'm just going to turn to Sorato, who I imagine has just been kind of standing here listening the entire time.
Yes, she's like, I'm
gonna go.
Yeah, look.
Should probably go.
Yeah, you can go now. Thank you very much for the help.
Thank you, truly.
We could not have got down here without
you. If you're flying, maybe fly over the walkway for as far as you can.
Yeah, in case.
Stay safe.
Yeah. Serato, thank you very much for your help. Thank you. It was truly appreciated.
It's alright. Good luck.
If you're ever back in Morio, we'll come find you.
You better. And she kind of gives you a sly smile, and she kind of tucks herself kind of small and begins to, with her light padded feet, back along the way and vanishes.
Stealthy lady.
Stealthy lady indeed. Alrighty.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna make Hemlock and Marigold big.
Yeah.
Big old eagles.
Large.
Alrighty. For this, I'm gonna have us roll initiative to keep track of who's moving where and when.
Yes.
With eagle stat.
Boop. Initiate. Oh no, that's the same as the old one. Hold on.
Eagles have a +3 to initiative.
There's I have one gargoyle, one of those, one of these.
I hate the fact that if you're typing initiative and someone else is typing it, delete. Fuck!
Yeah.
I did it!
You gotta be fast.
Oh wait, there's a music. Music is playing, but really quiet.
There we go.
Oh, you
Alex,
put
it
all
is.
decks.
I'm playing Roll20 music, but it's been quiet. I've just put some more on.
Alex, you're muted.
Oh, there we go.
You're not necessarily in combat just yet, but it's intense because so is the moment.
Oh,
Tenth moment.
He rolled low, and I'm grouping them by type just because I don't want to sit here rolling. He rolled up as well. Alrighty.
Nice.
Have you all done your initiatives?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Alrighty. With that, Markos, you are snatched up by a giant eagle. Is there anything that you're doing, or are you just waiting to move?
Am I still concentrating on Pass Without Trace? Do we care about stealth at this point?
It's been longer than an hour, so Pass That Trace for now is gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I would like to cast incendiary rounds, or in this case, I guess flaming arrows.
Yeah.
Which for 1 hour, my arrows now deal 1d6 fire damage.
Ooh.
nice.
Alrighty. Willow getting ready to be carried. Marigold, you are now in giant eagle form.
I
What are you
am.
doing?
I guess I've picked up probably Willow and Markos. They're the closest people to me. And yeah, I guess I'll fly towards where the portal was last, because it's kind of like around this area-ish, right?
I will say, you are a large creature, but
last.
you're carrying 2 medium creatures. I will say that you are at half speed.
Okay.
So we have 40-foot fly speed with the ability for a 40-foot action dash. So 80
Yeah.
feet total.
So how far is
Ooh.
it to there?
we could ready like
It's
action
about
dashes.
70 feet.
We can ready dashes if we need to as
Yeah.
well.
So I think.
Go to like
Yeah.
there
So I
and
think
then
I'll prepare.
ready in action to dash out. Like,
I'll prepare. Yeah. I'll
Okay.
come up to like here-ish.
And you're
with
carrying Willow and
my
Markos.
buddies. Yeah. And then I can like ready an action dash along with my movement next turn to get to the portal.
Alrighty. As you do so, as you swoop forward just ahead of Hemlock and her two, you dive straight toward this kind of swirling maelstrom of elemental creatures. The gargoyles themselves look up at you, their kind of frozen, angry faces just towards the rest of these elemental creatures. These kind of the methods themselves, all swirling kind of absent-mindedly, all begin a chittering of like an echoing, cracking sound as they all begin to see you and they round themselves to turn towards you. Nute, are you up to anything, or are you just getting in Hemlock's claw?
Nute is just waiting in Hemlock's claw. Gonna. Ooh. Actually, do you know what? Because I can throw this pretty far. Sorry, Andrew, but all 7 of these are
Yeah.
gonna need to make a con save.
What are you doing, buddy?
So you see Newt, as he's in the claw getting ready, channels through that radiant energy into his hands, coalesces it, and flings a ball out of radiant energy towards them. And it's going to be a searing sunburst, which is basically a fireball but
Why are you
radiant.
starting a fight, bro?
Just in case.
I'm gonna
They're
do,
already
This is like a hey, don't fuck with
down in
it.
order.
The DC is 14. for
Is
con
it?
save.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Did you say, hey, don't fuck
I
with
also-
us?
Success.
Pumping 3 key points into this,
Failure.
so it's 8d6.
Failure.
if they fail.
Whenever I shoot at people, it's just so they understand
So
that they shouldn't
one,
mess with me.
going down with the muds, I'll put a little mark on them for successing. It's red is success for these guys.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll the damage. I'm going to be doing this for a
Yep.
second.
It's only the ones that fail take damage.
Yeah. And failure. And gargoyles. Failure. Failure.
So any that fail will take 27 radiant damage.
27 radiant damage. Okay. 2
Shame you
seconds.
didn't roll really well on the
This
damage.
Newt just throws out that sort of small radiant orb, and as it hits just in sort of in the middle of them all, right here, in a 20-foot radius, you just see it flare out.
The Mephits probably won't survive that.
5 of them just go whoops.
The gargoyles
There you go.
will. But
There is a up. They are obviously unhappy with you. I can't scroll far for long to do the thing that I want to do. Let me scroll, damn it!
Oh no.
You
Oh, no.
over here. Access this. And across on you, a bunch of these methods. There are little puffs of smokes, and from the magma ones, they explode in a small radius of flames and just a gout of this liquid fire that goes and falls down into the abyss below. Actually, he might have to make a then. Within 5 feet, they're fine actually.
Just cause a chain reaction of all of them blowing each other up.
There's quite a few of them on the board, but a bunch of these methods, as this bright light fills this area, a bunch of them just explode on impact, pouring kind of like dust flames down below. They'd already turned towards you with anger, but now there are like cracking earthquakes of chittering anger coming from this variety of elementals that now turn towards you, no longer on a mild annoyed kick. Now they are angry as you've destroyed a bunch of their number. Apart from that, you just have curling up in the core ready to go.
Yep.
Alrighty, with that
Oh,
Hemlock.
Yeah, I'm keeping over the bridge, and I'm going to move to about here. Over the bridge, I can't I'm over the bridge, but I can't sentinel myself. And I'm holding a dash action.
Holding a dash action, which for you is puts you around there. Okay.
So
With
Nute
that,
and I are
Nute
transported with...
and Ashura with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't use Nute, yep.
Perfect. With that Ashura, you get picked up and carried. You see
Oh,
Nute send
okay.
bright burst across, destroying a number of these elementals. What would you like to do?
So I see the remaining ones, and I'm gonna look at those guys, those 5 ones around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's also a little mephit here, so 6.
Oh, I didn't see him. Okay, yeah, I'll focus on the 3, I didn't see this one either. So I'll focus on the 3 gargoyles and take those 2 methods. And I look at them and I say, oh, you guys, can you please just leave us, like, just go away, just grovel. And I'm gonna cast command on the 5 of them.
Okay. Alrighty. So these are what kind of saves they make?
Command is charisma saving throw? No, wisdom, sorry.
Wisdom. And so it's on the. Remind me who it was again.
So, grovel. So it's a 15 wisdom.
It was the 3 gargoyles and the 2
Oh, yeah.
lava methods.
Level
Okay.
method, yeah.
I'll do methods first.
The one that looks
Wisdom
weird.
saves for 14s. Fail.
Cool.
And fail. Both methods immediately go like.
They fall prone.
They fall prone.
Yeah, they do.
Into the void.
I looked on it. If you say hold, they stay aloft.
I think groveling as a person on standing ground means that you get on almost in deference. As a flying creature, I don't think that means I stop flying and plummet so I can be They will.
I need to grovel successfully.
No,
They freeze in place and do like kind of towards you. The gargoyles will attempt to make their save. Wisdom saving throws.
Just showing us back here, like, I just want people to worship me.
Success.
It's just I wasn't sure if I was gonna
Failure.
say down or
Failure.
grovel.
The one at the top seems to like clamber around the steam vent. You see a stony wing kind of preparing to take flight. The other 2, however, both just like bow their large stony heads.
Thank you.
The
It's
one
fine.
who's-
It's fine. No worries.
Like they're both like attached to the rock themselves, and you see them both like kind of maneuver themselves to bow, putting them in an awkward enough position where I will consider them prone.
Cool.
Grovel,
you know.
And that's till the end of their turn, isn't it?
Yep, it is. It's until the end of the turn.
Alrighty.
So
Is
yeah.
that the end of your go?
I do think so. I'll just check quickly. Bonus action. Nope, that is good. It was my 6th level spell, so you know.
Damn.
Alrighty. With that, The one remaining gargoyle that is not affected by this is going to immediately take flight, jumping off of that steam vent. Kind of glowing moss falls away as his claws tear it from the mineral rot itself as it flies and swoops around. And is it going to go for Markos, Willow, or Marigold?
No, it
Let's
was my fifth level.
I would like to say the fact that neither me, Willow, or Markos have done anything violent aside from fly towards them.
I haven't done anything
Tell
violent.
that to his 6 intelligence.
Well, I would also like to mention, it's time to do a big sip.
Big sip.
Actually, it was my 5th level spell and not my 6th. Because if I was 6, it would have been 6 of them.
Yeah.
1, 2 Willow, 3, 4 Marigold, 5, 6 Markos. 1. It's going to take a swing. Actually, it's got 2 attacks. I'll roll so Willow and
Damn it.
Marigold. All right. Take 1 swing
I
at
tried to stop
Willow,
them.
which is going to be a 16 to hit. Does that hit Willow?
For me,
For Willow.
For Willow.
oh Willow, let
He
me
has
double
armor
check.
now. He has armor.
That's just his AC though. So
Damn it.
Okay. Willow takes 4 points of piercing damage as it kind of lashed out with a claw towards him.
it's okay, guys. Willow has way more hit points now. He doesn't have 13 hit points anymore.
Its large spinning wings beating. You can hear its gravel-like roar coming from within it as its teeth, stony fangs, reach out towards your eagle form. It will take attack against you, which is a 21 to hit. And your eagle form.
Yeah, eagles don't have armor on.
Yeah, your eagle form will take 6 points of slashing damage. But that is the only moving.
I somehow have less hit points than Willow as a giant eagle.
Willow, eagles only have 26 hit points.
Wow.
Yeah, you're bored.
Willow's been bulking up.
Our bones are hollow, and we're very big. We're delicate.
Not much.
Yeah,
can't.
true.
20 feet.
True.
These guys suck. They really do. Mud methods just suck ass.
They mud methods.
Mud methods, yeah.
Yeah, they haven't got anything.
The red ones would look fiercer, so I just commended them.
No, that's fair. This one can just about reach you, Marigold. These two kind of will dash just kind of to get closer, but that's about all they can get to. The one that does get to you, though, will use. It's going to use mud breath. Onto 1 piece within 5 feet of it. If the target is medium or smaller, what size is the eagle?
The eagle, I believe, is large.
Large.
Then it'll target
Large beast.
1 to 3 Willow, 4 to 6 Markos.
Hey.
Markos, okay, dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh no, I'm really bad at
This
these.
one flaps towards you, dripping horrible, sludgy, mixes water and dust. It's almost like cement. And it's hucks a horrible.
Slurry.
Yeah,
it's like
a bunch of it flies
It's like
towards you.
slurry from an ore processing facility.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a dirty 20 on the deck save.
Okay, yeah, you swing yourself off the floor as this kind of blob of horrible slurry just falls into the void down below and doesn't make purchase on you. With that, Markos, it is your go. You are in this claw flying above, which has to do.
Seems like they're fighting us now. I'm going to fight back. Sorry. And I would like to shoot at the gargoyle.
Gargoyle.
The gargoyle.
The gargoyle that's on you.
Yeah, the one right here.
Cool, go for it.
Am I more than 5 feet away?
Yeah, fine.
I mean, I'm in a 10-foot square somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, you're in there somewhere. You just got to talk about this mud method, so I'll say that you're in the bottom left of Marigold, so you're not within 5 feet of that gargoyle.
Sweet. So that's 2 attacks against the garg.
Go for
Guggy
it.
Gug.
Neither of them have sharpshooter. I just rolled my second dice and it changed the value of the first dice. Shit.
Did it whack it?
It whacked it. Can I do that again, Andrew? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
go on then. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Wow. One's a natural 20. One's a natural 1.
Hey!
That's
So
fine.
damage for this gargoyle.
Perfectly balanced.
So I'll say one of them. The first one just misses. Because I dodged the mud.
The method, yeah, the method's like.
Yeah, it distracted me. And then the second one. Oh shit! I didn't get out my dice.
No.
So that's 2d6 from the bow, 1d6 from the fire arrows. Do you want me to roll the fire separately?
For gargoyles, no, I think you're fine.
Okay, has the gargoyle already taken damage?
It has.
Sweet.
He is like
And
sun-bleached and crumbly.
is it currently engaged
It is, yes.
by an ally?
Well, congratulations.
Nice. So that is 10, 17, 24, 27, plus 4, 31 points of damage.
Hell yeah! The first arrow into the void, into blackness. There is a faint as whenever it hits, seems to emit hot steam. The second you stabilize yourself hanging from this claw, the arrow chips into the stone. There's that half-second delay where you're like, that doesn't do much, and then the Soul Zephyr's force damage goes within it, and the fragile stone, already kind of dried out and porous and cracked from that radiant burst, detonates its chest, and there is just like a, and it, like an earthquake, tumbles down. It clatters off the wall.
I am not going to teleport to it.
There's barely anything to teleport to. It kind of crumbles in rubble and pebbles that kind of scatter off the wooden walkway below, and then crumble into the abyss beneath you.
Nice.
Anything else for your turn?
No, I'm good.
Alrighty. With that, Willow and Marigold.
Willow's just chilling.
Willow Beach.
Willow be
Oh,
vibing.
bonus action.
Yeah, I.
Pet Willow.
Nice.
He appreciates the pets. Yeah, I mean, I guess the portal hasn't appeared yet, so I am just holding that dash.
Okay.
Because I need it.
Okay. Alrighty. With that, Nute. What would you like to do?
Nute. Let's see. Do I have a? Oh, that's 35 feet. Wait, that's 25 feet.
I'll say the one that's like next to Marigold and Markos is probably not super easy to hit because it's kind of the opposite side of them to you.
There. What about this one right here?
That one you can hit. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna throw 2 magical punches at it, and they're gonna be radiant damage. Let's see. One of those is a 16.
16 hits.
Cool.
The
The other
boy.
one's a 25. So
Also
that'll
hit
also
the boy.
get these beautiful dice. Wow. That's A plus A. 16 points of radiant damage.
Damage. They strike across its horrible body. It takes a bunch of damage. The radiant blast kind of strike into it. You see one of its wings, a hole just opens up. It begins to falter slightly, but kind of a thin veil of like bubbly mud, like,
Oosh.
and slowly kind of fills the gap and like catches itself like a.
So it's still up.
It does appear to still be up. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw one more punch with the bonus action.
Go for it.
But
Yeah.
yeah. That is a 17 to hit.
17
So that
absolutely
will
hits. Roll some
be-
more damage.
Well, yeah. Ooh, 10 damage on that punch.
Another 10. That final one is enough. As it's faltering, you catch it one final thing like that, sending kind of a neck, chest portion of its ragged body. It splats to pieces and
It's just
vanishes.
a turret on this eagle just going.
Beautiful. Anything else for you?
Sorry, no, that's my turn.
Alrighty. With that, Maple, you speak. No, Marigold, you speak Primordial. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
Okay.
Some
2.
intense battle music.
2.
Yeah.
An even number. With that, there is another grinding sound, and a rift.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it's too far.
No, you can't reach it.
Can't reach
Is it
it.
too far for you?
Too far for me.
I can.
Well, go. We will follow you.
Well, no, because if we go and then it closes, I have a feeling that we're going to be spit out into different parts of the plane.
Nah, why would we? It's the same fucking hole. I'm joking. I don't know.
I don't know either. This is just I don't know either, and I don't know whether Hemlock knows, but this is just me.
Oh, it's Hemlock's turn. So what do you
Yeah.
say, Hemlock?
Fuck. Well, I
It's your
can't
turn.
make it.
It's your movement, and you have an action.
Wait, yeah,
Oh,
is the portal
shit!
currently open?
It's
Yeah.
it's my movement, isn't it? And I have a dash action.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and you can
Yeah,
reach.
we
you
can both get there.
We can both get there. Fuck yeah, because Maple, you were holding an action. Marigold was
go.
holding an action. Let's fucking
I
go.
was.
Yeah, I'm going. Full 80 feet.
Let's go.
Action dash
Alright.
into the portal.
The Mephit that is in front of you, before you get there, the Mephit in front of you, Marigold, is going to take a strike at you.
Oh my god. You
That's
die.
fine. It can't take all of my hit points.
You
It
don't
wasn't
know.
10 to hit as well.
It wasn't
you
nat
get-
20 max
Well,
damage.
that doesn't.
It's
Like, unless it can hit me for 20 hit points, I'm still gonna be an eagle.
Both Markos and Willow just fall into
Gargoyle
the
will reach out and lash towards you, Hemlock, as you fly past them.
All right.
Cool.
That's a 19 to hit.
Hits.
D4. You take. Take 7 points of slashing and fire damage from the Magnum Mephit.
I'm still good.
And Gargoyle swings out with a claw slash towards you. That is a 13 to hit.
Temple Shunt.
Just hits.
Alright,
shunt.
you take.
Wait,
Alex,
no,
Ashura's
Ashura
using
is
it.
temporal shunted.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you're joking or not. What saves it, isn't it?
The save. Yeah, it's guys. There might be a it might work. Temporal Shunt is I
Might
think
work against a fucking method.
This is the gargoyle, to be
wisdom,
fair.
Okay, right.
wisdom.
He'd still have to
Wisdom?
do 19 points of damage to me.
Yeah,
I
just
rolled
in
it.
case, just in case. I just
10.
Roll a 10.
He fails.
10. He's banished until his next turn. As I just point two fingers around at him and just twirls them,
Oh,
and
bitch.
you just get absorbed by a black void.
There's
And you're
a
like,
slash.
Time to
and
take
there's
a
a-
time out.
there's
Time out,
almost
bitch.
a-
Time
There's
out.
there's a chilling familiarity as a swirling black void of just negative, an absence of anything, just, and the gargoyle swings out angrily and vanishes from sight. As he does so, all of you, in the clutching claws of Hemlock and Marigold, fly towards this churning rock and dust. As you get closer, you can see there are gaps in the rock. Too small for giant eagles, but maybe squeezable enough for you in your regular forms.
Oh,
And you can
fuck.
see it grinding and churning like gears of a machine as the second ticks by
Okay.
and ticks by. But you reach it. Your wings beat, and as you get there, are you trying to slam your way through, or are you going to drop form and try and thread the needle?
I'm gonna drop form, and I'm gonna drop form, and like keeping a really tight hold of Ashura and Nute. I'm dropping form. I've got more of a chance of surviving if
I
I'm.
was
If I'm
Yeah.
just hope I catch
was
onto the
gonna
thing.
say I'm gonna like throw Willow and Markos in 1st, and then drop form and try and just like slide.
Alright. You fly towards, and it's not the most graceful of landings for any of you, as you try and drop form and you clamber your way through. But as you get close to it, gravity seems to shift.
Oh.
Down is no longer down, and as you get close to it, it's both pulling and pushing. And as you feel it, the threshold passing around you, it's just crushing. Even though you aim for a gap, it squeezes and moves, but you get spat out the other side. The howling winds of the area before fall away. I'm trying to find a good place to put you with earthy bits. There are no more wooden planks, but you're in a place that is just rock, so that will work.
Rock planks.
Rock plant. Oh my god.
You
There's
are
a
in
rock mushroom.
the narrow cavern, and you can see a section of the wall of it is like shifting and grinding, and occasionally it opens up and you see a black void beneath, glowing green and flaring steam. You look around you. For almost all of you, there is a moment of realization that for the first time in your lives, you are in a different world.
A whole new
There is
world.
nowhere, there is nowhere you can walk in this space to find home.
Not
We're
the
not in
first time
Canada.
in my life, baby.
Yeah, almost all of us.
There is no direction that you can point that is home, that is familiar. There's a scent in the air of dust and grinding stone, a slight saltiness and a flavour of just minerals in the air. And as you glance around, you can see in this complete darkness, those with dark vision can see slight glints of mineral, like crystals, not glowing ones, just mundane crystal groves that kind of glint ever so slightly. You've reached the plane of Earth.
Oh,
And as you do so, you all level up.
Whoa!
Nice.
Yes, bitch!
hell yeah, baby.
Oh,
What
this
am I
is
gonna
tricky.
do?
We're like in the dark, right?
It is pitch dark.
It's pitch dark.
Okay, I'm gonna
We're likely to
immediately
be eaten by a
cast
group.
dancing lights,
Yeah.
and my like golden butterflies will start floating around everyone.
Beautiful.
That's a good idea.
Very nice.
And like, as everyone, I know I love my golden butterflies.
Yeah.
But like as everyone is kind of like getting up and getting to their feet and stuff, Marigold is gonna kind of like huff and just be like, I don't like being angry with
Angry.
people in general, and especially not you, but oh my goodness, must we attack everything we see?
Fair point.
We could have easily got past those creatures without them attacking us. They weren't attacking us. Why do we have to do that?
Honestly, just everything attacked us so far, and it did not look like they were going to be friendly.
In any way, I understand your point, Marigold. In any way, we made it. We need to be more careful about here and now in a place we have no idea what might surprise us at the corner. We need to be careful with fights.
We do.
Try at least
None.
not to. But I understand both. Marigold, I understand your point, and you too. Marigold said they were kind of unfriendly and you didn't want to take the risk. That is fair. At least we made it. But on the future, I feel like it is important we be even more careful. Not that we were before, but like more.
As someone who actually knows about some of the creatures that live here, they're not all going to be friendly. It's unlikely they're going to like people they don't recognize being in their plane, and that's fine. But if they don't attack us first, can we please at least try not to attack everything we see? It's exhausting.
I agree with you for the most part. I think when we're in a high tension situation where we need to get through a portal as fast as we can with as few distractions as possible, I would prefer not to take the risk in that situation. But I will.
Yeah.
I do understand what you're saying. I will pay more heed to what I deem to be a risk.
Marigold, I have a question. Please don't hit me if it's a bad question. Do illusions...
I'm not going to hit you, darling.
I never know. You know, do illusions count as attacks? Like, I feel like if I charm someone...
I mean, it is manipulative, but if it doesn't harm someone, then I think it's fine.
If we
but
can
anyway,
if we can get by an encounter having raised no hand, then that encounter's not a failure.
Yeah, no,
I agree entirely with Marigold. I feel like we could have done that a lot more cleanly.
Well, this one was kind of complicated. We didn't have the time. It's everyone...
There was.
But that's fair.
It was a stressful situation. I agree. Non-violent solutions.
But look on the bright side. The troll dude, we didn't kill him. It was there. We didn't, we kind of walked past next to it.
Look, we're here now in a place that is new, that we don't understand. We're going to see some things. And yes, Marigold's right, and we should listen to her in this situation. She's the one who knows these things. Just
I can also
Yeah.
speak their language, so
Yes.
Yep.
if we
That's gonna
can
help
talk
us a
to
lot.
them, then I can always try. I'm not the most charismatic person ever, but if they know that we're peaceful and we're just making our way, they might be okay.
And if they're not, then we deal with that. But if they are, we won't be able to find that out if we're always shooting first and asking questions later. That's not a slight to you, Markos, at all.
No, it's fine.
Turn of phrase.
I mean, that tends to be the way I work, though. But, you know, at least I know who the target is first.
Before we do anything, there's something that I said I would do. Is there anywhere around where we currently are that looks like I can get like a bit of at least shelter, like put my back up to something?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, we're in a cave, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
18.
Smells like
18?
dust.
Looking around, and you all of you see this first part of the fact that this cave that you're in, kind of wide, like maybe a 15 to 20 foot high ceiling that curves down at the edges, maybe 30 to 40 feet wide. It travels in a direction, you know, one way and like rises slightly. You can see it occasionally, like all kind of dust of stone falling from above. You see stalagmites a little bit further along, just slowly turning as the rocket beneath it seems to shift. But closer to you, you are close to a dead end of this cavern as it kind of narrows into this little tube and then stops. There are crystal deposits all around you, but there are, for the most part, apart from this one churning rift, there does not appear to be anything else moving rapidly. So you could take a rest if you needed.
Can we take
Should we
however
get away
much
from
time?
the rift?
If we get away from the rift and then we take however much time we need, I want to scry on Kaelin as soon as I can.
That's a good
Note on
idea.
resting, you left Mario in the early afternoon.
Yep.
You pushed on through quite a long stretch of tunnel and descent before you reached the troll itself, and then onwards. It is getting late in the day for you all.
I just say out of character, I dropped one of my plushy frogs in my apple juice, and now he's all down.
Oh, no.
He's all down.
Oh, it's sticky.
Before
Oh,
Hemlock,
no.
before you do anything, Marigold, this place you told us kind of moves around, right? How long can we stay in the same place without
That's a
getting
good question.
Because those things are moving right there, and I do not want to be there when both sides of those walls reach me. So, can we even rest for like a few hours?
That's a good question. Yeah, like, can I do a generic check, I guess, to see how much I know about, like, the nature of the plane of Earth
Yeah, because you haven't been here before.
and
You
how
are-
it functions?
So you haven't been here before. You know of some of the creatures and its magics in the way that you have trained to be in tune with all aspects of nature, but you have not been here.
Yeah.
You can make an Arcana check to see what your general understanding is of it as a space.
Arcana.
Can I try to
Oh,
help
see.
her on that? With stuff I know.
Yes. How are you aiding?
I'll
Marigold?
check about any spells that I've seen that are related to moving earth, and any texts that I've seen or magical items that I've seen that are based on earth elementals and stuff like that, and just any knowledge that I have, that even the smallest things, like just to know.
Okay.
No, it's not not a lot, but what I have
Go ahead and make your Arcana check, Marigold.
with advantage.
Okay.
Go.
Advantage.
Say, make an Arcana check. Maple isn't something we hear often.
No, that's true.
No,
We shouldn't
I don't
hear
think
it.
it's something we've ever heard.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a 19.
19. You don't know an awful lot.
Good.
You have not studied nor read deeply about the plane of Earth, nor have any of your experiences given you specific information. Your knowledge in this essentially comes from what you can observe here and the nature of the creatures that you have seen from the plane of Earth. It seems mutable. Stone here moves and grinds and changes constantly. However, it changes in very different paces depending on where you are. There are many elemental creatures who have a key aspect of themselves that allows them to pass through stone and essentially control the stone that they are moving up through to allow them passage. That tells you that there's perhaps necessary for some creatures to pass through, as it may close some passages and open others on a whim.
Yeah.
That's essentially all you get. The cavern that you're in, and the one that opens up away from you and into the darkness, doesn't appear to be moving very quickly. You could probably rest here safely if it seems clear of potential enemies. Worth keeping someone on watch, but yeah. For now, this seems relatively easy.
And if we're taking a long rest, it's 1 hour of walking that interrupts a long rest. So like, if we have to like get up and move the camp 50 feet,
Yeah.
in the middle of the
that's
night,
fine.
like, and then just go back to sleep, that's all right.
Yeah. I will relay that.
Cool. Right.
Yeah, so we could probably rest here. We might have to move a little bit, but nothing dramatic.
Good. That was just checking so Hemlock doesn't get crushed while she's doing her
maybe
thing.
yes. I need 10 minutes of someone watching out for me and making sure I don't get hit by rocks. But
I'll do it.
but yes, maybe if I think getting away from this rift would be a good idea.
This is
If we can
dark, at least.
we can find somewhere to settle down that's at least safe. Put our backs against something. If
Yeah.
Glancing back,
that's maybe.
the rift is gone.
Ah.
Well, that solves that problem.
Well then, let's camp here.
It appears that you were correct in your assumptions that this rift's location in both planes was shifting.
Yeah.
It's a good job that we
Oof.
didn't go in separately, huh, guys?
Yes.
And we should have all gone through one rift each and just completely split the party and see how that went.
Just for
Right.
reasons. For reasons. Just to annoy the shit out of Andrew. Andrew run a 4 hours game for each of us.
Yeah, Andrew, run what is basically 5 individual campaigns.
Markos.
Sorry, I'm not bored, I'm just sleepy. Can I, whilst Hemlock is doing her scry, or just as she's preparing to do a scry, do the same thing where I like kneel down, I'm gonna shifty my hand into the dirt or the dust or whatever covers the stone here, and just take a minute and do a primeval awareness.
And that's a mile?
Elementals within a mile.
Fuck yeah.
A lot of them.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Do I have an indication if there are a lot of them near us?
No.
No. So,
The presence is there. That is, I believe, as much as your awareness gives.
primeval awareness is just like a binary yes/no then.
It's my understanding. If you check it and it says otherwise, I'm willing
You
to
see,
accommodate.
all it says is it doesn't tell you. It says to sense whether any are present within 1 mile. It doesn't reveal their location or number.
So yeah, it seems like a boolean. Like, are they present within a mile?
Yeah,
And the answer is yes.
there's a lot.
I mean, as far as
just
taking
yes.
3% for a first level spell slot, yes. There.
Yeah,
However,
fair.
you also are aware that there is some presence of undead within a mile.
Oh boy.
No.
Any dragons?
No dragons within a mile.
Stone dragon.
That's good.
Seep seep.
Aberrations, celestials, fae fiends.
Not within a mile. No.
Cool.
If your favorite terrain is like mountains, right, Markos? Isn't this entire place?
This is a cave.
It's a cave. I misheard.
Can I maybe
The entire plane is a mountain.
when I see Markos, taking the dust and just kind of trickling it, being.
I mean, if I went to Celestia, the entire plane is a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I see Markos doing this, trying to be one with the environment, I'll just kind of like put my finger in the ground and just cut divine sense, just to like I can, I can do it too. Like just you check 1 mile, I'll check 60 feet. Okay, we divide the work. It's are there any divine undead or fiend in 60 feet of us?
There is an undead within 60 feet of you. Yeah.
There's an undead.
And you know where it is as well.
That's right.
Yeah, you know its location.
Which
If
one
it's
is
in
it?
info
Is
cover.
it my frog?
Is it new?
It does appear to be a frog.
Yeah!
It does appear to be a little undead frog.
Yay!
You know, I put my finger and I'm like, there is an undead in 60 feet around us.
I detected undead within a mile of us as well. That is concerning.
Yes, but it's Hemlock. Move
It's
away.
on your shoulder.
It's
It's,
on your-
right behind you.
It's. I think it's your frog. It's kind of pinging from that way.
Yeah, I found her, nearly eaten by birds. I brought her back to life. That's not new information. That's cool to find out, though.
But okay.
Ribbit.
Just
Because
Ribbit.
Nute is standing exactly 61 feet away from you, so it's deniability.
I like the idea that the frog has to do ribbit, even though it doesn't need to breathe or anything. It just. Why?
It says it out of force of habit. Does that
Yeah.
mean if a cleric comes within and does turn undead, that Lily has to run away? If it's a high enough level undead, is that going to kill my frog?
Yeah.
Yes. If the cleric has destroy undead, Lily is definitely less than a CR1.
Lily is CR0.
It's your minus
It's
one.
like, wow, we got rid of all those undeads. Is it right, Lily? Oh my god, Lily!
Unless Lily is a CR like a fucking 99 zombie frog. I don't know.
I do. So, as you guys take these moments to check the area around you,
I also want to say that if someone uses the one of the features of the icon of the Solar Father, if Lily doesn't make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw, she'll be frightened and she has to run away.
no, it'll kill her.
It'll just fucking
It will
destroy
kill her.
Oh no, yeah, shit! No, yeah, she'll die!
So, are you guys setting up camp? Are you pausing? Are you looking for a place to camp? What is your...
I think first
you guys
Hemlock
we wanted
is...
to move a little bit, right?
Yeah, but Hemlock wanted to do the scry first.
Set up camp. I want to scry once we're safe. I don't want to scry in
Okay.
like when we're out in the open.
Okay, so let's find a safe place to huddle up and
Then let's somebody give me a survival check to hunt out a relatively safe seeming place in this area.
I mean, it's not like we have a ranger.
Markos, take a guidance.
Hey, oh, thank you.
Sorry,
That's
Ranger.
D4, right?
Yes.
I don't want to stereotype or anything, but I know dwarves are generally pretty good with rocks. Do you want to give me a hand on looking for a place to set up camp?
Okay, first of all, how dare you? But second,
Look, I looked at your character sheet. I know that you have the stone cunning feature.
Look,
Secondly,
not all of us are great with rocks, okay? I just happen to be one who is.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But yes, I will help you, it's fine.
Sweet.
Go ahead and have a little looky.
Okay.
Have a little look-see.
Ooh, so that's a dirty 20 without any bonus. From the D20 and the bless. So that's a 27 total.
7. You venture forth together, looking around this strange and slightly mutating cavern. You travel a little ways around, and you find a section of this cavern which reaches up. Stalactites shift, not in terms of their shape, but in terms of their material. The dancing lights, the glowing butterflies of Marigold illuminate the space, and you see where stalactites nestle into a corner of this cavern that narrows and narrows and narrows. The stalactites become more and more frequent, and they shift from a dark grey stone to a slight lighter grey, to a light quartz, to almost glass-like, reaching up like pillars of ice out of the stony floor. But eventually they become so frequent that they almost form a small alcove, maybe a 15 to 20 foot wide little area encircled by these stalactites in the corner of this room. None of these ones seem to be moving.
Let's find this. Let's go to this alcove or a nook and cranny over here.
Nook and cranny.
Yeah, it looks good to me.
Sweet.
Alrighty.
We
You
camp.
need to set your little camp up. There is nothing to burn firewood. It's not particularly cold here, but whatever food you cook will probably be cold.
Question: could Nute cook food by turning on his tattoos and just slapping a bit of meat on his arm?
You could make it warm.
Okay.
You know, like a hot bonnet of a car level hot. Hot, not
Now, if it's hot enough, you could fry an egg on a car bonnet.
Can you fry an egg on Nute's bicep?
I think you can. I think it can only be like soft yolk. Like you're not gonna get to like hard yolk with it, but like I think like the bottom part will go white. Yeah.
You can make dippy eggs.
You can make dippy eggs. If you tucked it into his armpit, you can make a hot.
It's like wait, do the tattoos go just on your arms, or are they like on your whole body?
Body, I think.
Yeah, it's like a long.
You're doing
Because you know how you do that thing where you like
doing...
sort of sushi off of someone's torso?
Yeah, you're doing body shots off Nute. Body shots off Nute, but it's fried eggs.
It's like, damn, we need something to cook the food. And he's like, all right, fine, hold on, I'll lay down. So,
also
surface area.
I've still got 10 burning arrows if we really want to cook food, so I can just like thump, 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 thump into the ground and just there's a bonfire.
Alrighty, as you guys begin to set up this little camp, Hemlock,
Yes.
who are you scrying on?
Kaelin Solimar, please.
Oh my god.
Ready. You take a seat,
them.
you bring out your swirling dark, almost like brooding clouds, crystal ball. Hold it in your hand and close your eyes and begin to focus. After a few minutes, it doesn't seem that a connection can be made.
Okay. They're not here. Not on this plane. I don't know whether that means they've already been here or they've not gotten here yet, but they're not here now. So, that's something.
We'll find out.
Alrighty. Are there any other orders of business before anyone else would describe on any messages you want to try and send?
Read the
You have
standing orders.
Oh, do we want to
Read them and understand them.
We could read the like scrolls as like a last thing.
I feel like
I think
we
yeah.
have
we should
time.
probably
Or do you
save.
wanna save
Should we should we save that for
game.
next time? Have a small beginning at the same time. But I like the idea we huddle up around the
burning
fire.
arrows.
We take out the things. We start chatting, and the camera just pans out, and the
Camera
sound
pans in a nice, calm,
sound is blurred.
successful. You
And
guys
the
have successfully
narrator's
traversed the
voice is-
Underdark and gotten to the elemental plane of Earth.
And the narrator's voice is
Hell
kind of
yeah.
like they do not know what awaits them.
Speaking of, Ashura,
Yes.
can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
What the
Ah!
Is this the flump thing that you guys did before I arrived? Like,
No, this is the sword being like,
What's
fuck you,
the
trying to
save,
sell me.
Andrew?
Oh, it's
I
just
did
the
I did
sword.
the save +1.
come on.
I
Come on,
rolled, I
Ashura.
rolled a 9.
Oh,
I rolled a 7 plus something, but I think my saving throw for wisdom is +2. I'll check, but I rolled a 7.
proficiency bonus has gone up, so it might have changed for your jack of all trades. Goes up at level 13.
true.
Yeah, but don't worry about
We
it.
haven't
Wait,
slept yet, though.
give me
Ah.
just a second.
It-
Just
it-
a second. I was looking at spells.
Another one wouldn't make a difference. Though.
No. So yeah. So I failed.
Alrighty. Good to know.
Can you?
And with that,
Yeah.
we will make the end of our session. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching and hanging out with us in the chat. Twitch. Thank you, everyone who is watching at home
So scared.
afterwards in the VOD squad. Thank you so much for being here. We see you. We love you.
Mod squad!
What's good?
Wait, what's happening? It's getting to that plug time. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my notes back up. I'm gonna say one, go through some love at the Cognitive Merchant. They're our friends. They could use some help, and they have a sale on. So there is literally no better time to help out some good nerds, help out some good people, and get some really cool stuff because they make really high quality shit, leather and vegan leather, dice boxes, dice trays, dice cups, lot of gear, lot of armor, cool shit. Go have a look. thecognitivemerchant.co.uk. Go give them some love. Number 2, a bunch of the art that you guys saw today, I say bunch of, one of the art pieces, the piece that's on the screen right now, is a piece by Guobo Peng, who is on ArtStation. I believe their name should be in the credits afterwards. So, yeah, they do cool art. So if you like that and you want art, go look at their art. Aside from that, Meg, do you want to do the bits?
Hi. Yeah, I'll do the bits. I'll do all of the bits. So, Obviously, on Sunday, we are continuing our Cyberpunk Red campaign with Jordan and Prue and a bunch of other lovely people. That is at 5 p.m. on Sunday evenings, so go and check that out. They're doing some cool cyber adventures, which is a little bit different to D&D, you know? If you want some more modern stuff and less fantasy stuff, and it's a bit different.
Come watch me play a horrible bastardization of Robin Hood.
Yes,
Fucking
indeed.
hell.
That's we haven't got Mini Arc Monday next week because we did one this week. So I don't have to plug that. But for other bits that people are doing, we have like a full schedule of things now for guest spots. So tomorrow, Friday, Prue is over on Kilted Cajun's channel doing the Tomb of Annihilation campaign. That starts at 7 p.m. GMT, and there are some lovely people over there as well, so go and check them out. It's a lovely game. On Tuesdays, Prue is also playing in a Rogue Trader, which is Warhammer 40k, I believe, on Witch and Craft. So that is a fun, more like cyber-esque adventure as well, which is starting at 9 p.m. GMT. It's a bit later, but that one's really good. That's a good one. And then now, with something that started this week, also on Witch and Craft, is on Wednesdays. Andrew and Rowan are both over there playing Ravnica, which is super fun. Like, it's also D&D, but it's a bit different, and it's in Ravnica, which is a whole different cool setting, and it's fun and spooky, and I watched some of it yesterday, and it was very good. That's also I watched most of it. That's also at 9 p.m. GMT on Wednesdays. So we're all over the place right now.
We really are. We're going.
Come and watch us in all of the
content.
things.
Also, I think one last little one.
Also, Andrew is going to be on What's Up Wilbo on Sunday?
Saturday. We're doing world building with Wilbo. And your boy, look, we're here. We're now at level 13. Level 13 in this campaign. We are on episode 30. This has been a homebrew setting this whole way. Evantos is my baby. So I'll be going over to Wilbo to lend my brain to whatever he points me at.
I also have one more thing. On Saturday at 9 p.m, I am going to be over again with Witch and Craft on their talk show with Amelia and Joko. So, yes.
Chatting shit.
We should put all of these channels together and form a broadcasting network.
Witch and Tales, what's up, Cajun?
Witch and Tales, what's up, Cajun?
Witch and
what's up,
Tales?
Cajun Tales.
Chasing Cajuns.
Oh well.
I got the biggest idea, but I had a great idea, but I was muted. We should do a Twitch house, like a big mention where everyone in.
We've talked about this. No.
We've gone through this. We've also got the best idea, which is to have the office.
We just need an office.
We just need like a. We don't need a house. Sexy office building.
We don't all need to live together. No, thank you.
Why not?
Yes. All right. We're I think we've done all of our bits at the end of that.
Yeah, that is all the bits.
Okay, I found a cool channel to raid, so I'm gonna raid them.
Hell yeah, get it going.
Okay,
Who we raiding?
We're raiding Luke Martin. Who's
Luke Martin?
It's another homebrew channel with in English. I'm trying to find the ones in English. So yeah.
Alrighty.
Give him some love.
Everyone. Thank you so much for being with us and joining our little campaign here. We'll see you again throughout the week with so much content. Follow us on the socials to catch up with all of that, and we'll see you guys back here in Evantos and the Elemental Plane of Earth next Thursday.
That's right.
Have a great week. We love you.
Bye-bye.
Love you, everybody.
Mwah.
We're still here.